episode of Off the Script, number 159, part number 1, for your Friday, March 3rd, 2017! I got news on absolutely nothing today, because we're talking Fastlane. WWE Fastlane preview and predictions. We're going to go over the entire show. I'm going to give you my thoughts on the entire show, what I think is going to happen. We're going to go over subscriber stories and everything else that you love about part 1 of Off the Script every single weekend. Plus, we're going to be doing a Loot Crate unboxing. All this, plus so much more, right here on Off the Script.
JD from New York, 206. It's time for Off the Script. Big Show and Ryback, Strowman and Roman. Get off my fucking TV and save me the misery. And all you fucking goons, just grab a cold beer. The man of the hour is finally here. JD from New York, 206. It's time for Off the Script. JD from New York, 206. It's time for Off the Script.
You know, I'm looking back at what I said in the introduction that I have absolutely no news for you guys today. I think I just outright lied to you guys just now. Holy shit. I do have news, man. We're going to go over some small news stories, including the Jack Swagger story. Jack Swagger is no longer the king of catering for WWE. He is leaving his business into the hands of somebody else. Who is it and what's going to be on the menu? We're going to discuss that right here on Off the Script. But I want to thank everybody for joining me. As always, man, this is episode 159, part number 1 for Off the Script, March 3rd, 2017. What a fucking show I got for you guys, man. We're going to go over the entire Fastlane card. I'm going to give you my expert analysis on what I think is going to happen, how I'd book it. We're going to go over the predictions, everything you guys need to know to get ready for Fastlane this Sunday, and this is the final stop before WrestleMania 33. I want to thank everybody for showing love and support as always. Every single week, you guys just fucking kick ass, man. Whether it's with the Patreon, whether it's with support on my videos, likes, comments, shares, views. It's unbelievable, man. You guys are absolutely amazing in everything that you do, and I just feel like this channel is getting stronger week by week, slowly but surely, but I feel it, man. I feel like there's good things coming, not only with the channel, but with House of Glory as well. I just feel like things are really going to pick up in 2017, and I want you guys along for the ride, man, and I hope you're there supporting me along the way. It's going to be a fun ride, man. I promise you that. But I got my notes here, man. Let's begin the show. You know, I got out of work today, and I was so fucking tired. I did Out of Nowhere with Joe on Wednesday. It's Thursday now. You guys are going to be obviously hearing this on Friday, so I got home from work, and I had a miserable day. I got a letter in the mail yesterday that my license was suspended. My driver's license was suspended in Yonkers, New York. Now, I work in Yonkers, okay? So this worried me, and I really was nervous all night because I tried to pay it over the phone. Nobody was answering the phone. I guess the offices were closed. I tried to pay it online. Nobody could do anything, and by pay it online, I mean try and pay this ticket off. Apparently, I had an outstanding ticket because my car inspection was expired, and they gave me a ticket probably around, I'd say, July, August last year, and they let it go this entire time. And now, come March, they want to suspend my fucking license. So I'm like, what the fuck I'm going to do now, man? They gave me till March 25th, and they were going to revoke my fucking driver's license, period, in New York State. So I'm like, Jesus Christ, what the fuck do I got to do? I called the offices today. They told me it was for an outstanding ticket that the Yonkers Police Department gave me. Apparently, when I was parked at my job, they came into the parking lot and seen that I had an expired inspection sticker on my Mustang. They were like, did you want to see a judge today? I'm like, how am I going to fight an expired fucking inspection? It's my fucking fault. You know, I work fucking crazy hours. I couldn't get to the fucking, to the DMV or, you know, whatever I got to do to get my fucking, you know, my inspection. But, or anywhere that does a fucking inspection. A gas station, something, you know. So they fucked me over. I fucked myself over because I was a fucking idiot. I let it expire. But I had to go deep into downtown Yonkers on Thursday. I went to work, but I took an extended lunch break. And by extended, it means I went and paid the ticket. And I got my license, good to go. There's no more bullshit with that. Meaning I went to Dunkin' Donuts, meaning I got some breakfast, and I took a stroll through Best Buy, and I inquired about the Nintendo Switch. So it took me about 2 hours, when realistically it should have took me about 45 minutes to an hour. I extended my lunch break, so go fuck yourself. Speaking of the Nintendo Switch, and that did give me a fucking headache, and then I had to go back to work, and it was more bullshit on top of bullshit, which led to my fucking headache. I got home about, 5 o'clock, and I wanted to just, record off the script and make myself dinner. And there's just so much shit going on right now, man. There's just totally so much shit right now. I got Loot Crate. We're going to do an unboxing. My new PC is sitting in my living room. Haven't even unboxed it yet. And it's going to be a fucking monster. Now I can render these videos hopefully fucking quicker instead of this fucking ancient piece of shit that's sitting next to me here. So my new computer came. That kind of, eased my pain a little bit. But I actually fell asleep for about an hour watching Forrest Gump. And I woke up and I'm like, fuck, it's 7 o'clock. Let me get to recording off the script, because if I wait any longer and I procrastinate any longer, I'm not going to do it. And the main reason why I wanted to get it done early is because the Nintendo Switch comes out tonight. Now, you guys are watching this, obviously, in the morning. Hopefully, by the time you listen to this, I will have my hands on a Nintendo Switch. I called GameStop. Every fucking GameStop in the area. And nobody picked up the fucking phone. I don't know what they were doing. Maybe they had a company-wide initiative to not answer the fucking phone today. But all I want to know is, why did I read from the USA Today that places like Walmart, Target, Best Buy, and GameStop are going to have extra inventory if you did not pre-order? So I call the one GameStop that fucking picks up the phone. I'm like, so I read in the USA Today that GameStop is having extra copies or extra units of the Nintendo Switch. Is this true for your location? And if so, would you recommend if I come wait in line at the midnight release? Guy laughs at me. Guy fucking laughs at me over the phone. And I'm like, okay, so why did I read in the USA Today that GameStop is going to have stores all across the country with extra units? Laughs at me and says, No. So what the fuck did I read online? What was it, a mirage? Was I daydreaming? Was my headache so fucking bad at work that I daydreamed of Legend of Zelda and the Nintendo Switch in my living room? The fuck you laughing at, bro? So then I hang up on him, and I tried to call 6 other GameStops in the area. Not one of them fucking picked up the goddamn phone. Not one. So, I don't know what's going on. Fuck you, GameStop. I fucking hate you. There's a reason why your company sucks dick. And I went to Best Buy as I was paying my parking ticket earlier. And the guy says, yes, we will have extra units. And you are welcome to wait outside in line. Hopefully it's not too cold. And, be amongst the people who did pre-order. If you get lucky, you get lucky. We might be handing out numbers if there's any extra units. So I'm like, okay, I'll stop by later. So I want to get off the script up and uploaded and tagged and fucking monetized and all this other shit. so that after this I can go, wait in line at Best Buy, and hopefully get a Nintendo Switch. Now, the other thing that I did read is that Target is opening at 8 a.m., okay? There's a Target not too far from where I work. And I also read in the same article that Target did not take pre-orders in store for the Nintendo Switch. So if you show up at 8 a.m. and you are not thinking Target, you might get lucky at Target. So if I don't get one at Best Buy, I'm going to wake up super early tomorrow and go to Target. Hopefully I get one early in the morning, and then I could go to work and then come home and I can stream Zelda. So we'll see what happens with that. But the Nintendo Switch right now, I got fucked on the pre-order. As soon as that announcement was made that it was going to come out on March 3rd, within seconds it was sold out on Amazon. Walmart was sold out. GameStop was sold out. I'm like, give me a fucking break, dude. I mean, seriously, give me a fucking break. I got lucky with the fucking fridge for Black Ops 3, but Nintendo Switch I can't get lucky with. So I fucked myself over, and all I want is Zelda. Zelda is very important to me, man. Every Nintendo system that I had, I got on release date. Every Zelda that I've ever played, I got on release date. This is a tradition for me, bro. I have to have Zelda. I don't want to wait till the end of the fucking month to get Zelda while Nintendo, you know, fucks around with the shipment of the systems. You know, I understand supply and demand and the reason why they're doing this, but I want my Zelda for midnight release. I do. I just want it in my possession. Even if I don't play it, I want it in my living room. It's very important to me, but we'll see what happens. If I get lucky, clearly you guys will know on Twitter. Follow me on Twitter, at JD from NY206. So, I am going to try and get a Nintendo Switch. I still want a Nintendo fucking Classic. I still can't find one of them motherfuckers. I don't know what Nintendo's up to. But, seriously, take my fucking money. You know, I want to give these people my money, but I have no fucking items to show for it. So, I don't get it. Whatever. Hopefully I get one tonight. House of Glory. House of Glory, man. I feel good about what's coming in House of Glory. They've teased big happenings within the company. April 22nd in Queens, right next to Citi Field where the shitty fucking Mets play. I'm not a Mets fan, bro. David Wrong. Fucking hate the Mets, man. Anyway. Watch, there'll be some fucking goon. Oh, JD, you wearing a Braves hat, man? Yeah, I am. Chipper Jones all the way, bro. House of Glory is going to be, I don't know the name of the venue. As soon as I find out more information, I'll get it to you guys. But April 22nd, NWO. NWO. Okay, repeat with me. NWO. Kevin Nash and Scott Hall. Too sweet. Going to be in the building, man. Don't know what their roles are going to be, but they will be at the next event. And we also have, it's already confirmed, it is going to be EYFBO, the House of Glory Tag Team Champions, defending their tag team titles against the team of Psychosis and Super Crazy. What a match that's going to be, man. I'll be sitting somewhere doing commentary, but it is going to be fucking awesome. April 22nd. For everything you guys need to know about House of Glory, I want you to go to HOGWrestling.net. You can find their Twitter. You can find their Facebook. You can find their Instagram. And more importantly, you can find their YouTube channel. When I started doing commentary for House of Glory, they were at 2,000 subs. We are nearing 7,000. If we could get to 10,000 before the summer, I would honestly love every single one of you on top of my love for you already, man. Do so. Support local indie wrestling. And when I tell you House of Glory is going to be a massive fucking entity in 2017, mark my words, man. I do not put my name to anything if I do not believe in the product, and I fully believe in House of Glory. Get your tickets for April 22nd and support local indie fucking wrestling. HOGWrestling.net for all your House of Glory needs. Barbershop window. I told you guys I was getting a new link. Did you guys go get your t-shirts yet for WrestleMania weekend? Huh? I hope so. I'm going to be doing an unboxing, man. I got my shirts ready. I ordered several shirts from Pro Wrestling Tees. And we're going to be doing a guide to the internet Mark packing his Orlando trip for WrestleMania. Some type of video like that. I ordered about 3 or 4 t-shirts from Pro Wrestling Tees, and I got myself ready, man, But on top of whatever else I need. I still need a ton of shit. I still need luggage, because I don't travel anywhere. Where the fuck am I going? I still need luggage. I gotta find affordable luggage that I could take on the fucking plane. I need to get my laptop fixed, which is coming along. I ordered a new battery. My Alienware laptop's battery just fucking died. I can't charge it. You plug it into the fucking wall, it doesn't charge. So I need my laptop to record off the script while I'm down there. I don't know if I'm taking this microphone. I'm kind of tempted to go buy a new microphone, so we'll see what happens with that. I need to get myself a new pair of sneakers. I gotta look good. I got my t-shirts ordered. I got my hats ordered. I need a new bathing suit because the place I'm staying at has a nice big pool. I don't know what else do I need. What else do I need? I was gonna buy go buy a new laptop, but I figured let me get this one fixed. It's perfectly fine. A backpack for my my small necessities, like the electrical equipment I'll be taking down there, my camera, my microphone, whatever else I need. There's a bunch of shit I still need to get done. But barbershop window, man. Go get your fucking merchandise. You gotta look good when you go there, man. You gotta look good. I ordered my WrestleCon tickets. I'm going to WrestleCon. I made a executive decision. I'm not going to the Hall of Fame. I could have went to the Hall of Fame and spent $160 on tickets. It would have been nice seats. It would have been nice seats. I would have been close. I would have been ground level, about 4th row in, you know, left, or I think was right of the stage. But you know what? I looked at WrestleCon's lineup for that convention on Friday morning, man. Oh, that's fucking beast, bro. Me and Joe Joe Cronin are going to be at WrestleCon. We're going to walk in there and own the joint, man. We're going to say, hey, Ryback, what's going on, bro? Hey, Matt Hardy, what happened, bro? What, you going to delete Roman? I hope so. You know, Elias is going to be there. Maybe I'll make some acquaintances. So who the fuck knows, man? It's going to be a good time. I got my WrestleCon ticket. I got my WWE Access ticket, WrestleMania Access ticket for Thursday. I'm going to Access Thursday. I'm going to WrestleCon Friday. Saturday's the Internet Darlings and NXT TakeOver. I'm not sure if I'm going to be going to TakeOver. I wish I was. Maybe something of a miracle will happen on Saturday. And then WrestleMania Day, I'll be going to Jason Solomonster's meet and greet. He's having something that's not too far from where I'm staying, actually. And then I might be doing an event. Hopefully, I gotta inquire what Justin LaBar is doing. I want to be with him. Maybe I'll meet Chris Dank. Maybe I'll have a few drinks with him. I know he's going to be down there with his girlfriend Michelle. It's going to be a good time, man. It's going to be a good time. Now I just need to know if my brother is really coming or not. He says he wants to come just to get out of the city, so we'll see what happens with that. But where the fuck was I, man? Barbershop Window, we got a new link, man. Easy for you guys to remember. barbershopwindow.com/offthescript. Easy. I asked them to change it for me, and they did. You gotta love Pro Wrestling Tees and everybody affiliated with that company, man. They are legit fucking animals. Beasts. So get your t-shirts, and that's the new link. barbershopwindow.com/offthescript. I do have a new shirt. For WrestleMania season. I'm not sure if it's online yet, but I'm going to show you guys the fucking commercial for it. I'm going to show you guys the commercial for it in this video. You'll know it when you see it. And a lot of people asking me, oh, who's that? Oh, who's on the shirt? Why is this one not on the shirt? What is going on, man? You'll see it, and I'll describe it to you, and I'll give you the reason for it. So don't worry. Okay, we got a new shirt coming out. It's going to be fucking beast. It's a continuation of the Get Off My TV mixed with Negan design. You're going to love it. Wait till you see it. Internet Darlings. Like I mentioned on Saturday, from 4 to 6, it's going to be Brian Zane, Adam Blampede. It's going to be Steven Larson, Joe Cronin Show. We got Matthew of Botchamania. He's going to be there. Myself. It's going to be a good time, man. It's going to be a damn good fucking time. Get your tickets. Eventbrite.com. Link is down below. $25 to hang out with everybody that I just mentioned. Meet and greet. It's going to be a Q&A. We're going to do a whole panel of WrestleMania. Talk preview and predictions. We're going to go over the shit. There's going to be skits. It's going to be a damn good fucking time right before NXT TakeOver, man. So join us at the Internet Darlings panel in Orlando. Tickets and information will be down in the description below. Please go and check that out and get your tickets, man. If you're going to be in Orlando, $25 to fucking meet your favorite YouTube stars. I'm not a star. I'm a fucking nobody, but you know, the other guys are. You got fucking Adam, Brian Zane, and you got Adam from What Culture, 1 million subs right there with Adam. Brian Zane's almost at 200. Grimm's got fucking 1 million subs between the two channels he's got. It's going to be a fucking great time, man. So join us for the Internet Darlings. Like I said, link will be down in the description below. If you guys want to hear my disdain and my disgust for Roman Reigns, Falcon, my buddy Rusty, the 414, is live right now. Rusty invited me on his channel. And the best way for me to put this video for you guys and make it interesting for you guys is, you know, Rusty's doing a great job. He rebranded his whole fucking channel. I'm very proud of him. You know, he's got this whole professional setup. He's got the, you know, he's got the studio, look going on in the videos. He's dressed to impress. It's like an ESPN fucking show, man. Rusty's doing big things over there on his channel. If you don't know who Rusty is, I'm going to link you down below in the description. I want you guys to go sub to him right now because he's got wrestling talk just like we do here on Off the Script. And if you guys want an alternative, Rusty is your man. He had me on the channel. He had me on the 414. We talked about what we could do to change Roman Reigns into a fan favorite like WWE wants. And you know what? I dressed up. I got on a button down. I put on a tie. And I have no fucking hat. You see my hair. Whatever hair is left up there. But you see me without a hat. For 25 minutes, you see JD without a hat. If that's not enough incentive to go fucking sub to Rusty and check the video out and leave it a thumbs up and a comment, I don't know what is, man. So go over there, 414. We talk about Roman Reigns and everything Fastlane. We talk about a bunch of topics, man. It was legit a good fucking time. Rusty's good people. So make sure you guys go and check him out and check the video out where we talk about Roman Reigns and what we can do to make him into a fan favorite. That is live on his channel right now. Check it out down below. Beer Goons will be recording soon. Joe was supposed to get back to me about today. Clearly, he did not. I don't know what's going on with that. Hopefully this weekend. I know you guys are waiting episode 2 on iTunes and Podbean. It is going to be a great episode because there's a lot to talk about. I got beer. We're going to review beer. We're going to talk about the bullshit. There's a ton of stories we could go over. So Beer Goons is coming. Episode 2 will be coming. So make sure you guys look forward to that. Resident Evil 7. And my wrestling videos for the week, Resident Evil 7 Part 9, where we fight the next installment of Jack Baker. He's this fucking huge swamp boss that was pretty easy, honestly. You know, I did damn good in that video, man. I'm pretty proud of myself. All it took was enhanced handgun ammo, a shotgun here and there, and a grenade launcher. That was it. So we took care of that, and we are nearing the end of the game, hopefully. So that is live right now. If you guys enjoy my reactions and my funny jokes during the horror games, Resident Evil 7 is right up your alley. That is live on the channel right now. Monday Night Raw, SmackDown Live, and NXT Review, all live on the channel right now. Make sure you guys go and check them out. The podcast on iTunes and Podbean, as you guys know, have been uploading Saturday, Sunday, and Monday. So if you guys want to listen to the audio versions after you finish watching the video version of Off the Script, you guys can certainly do that and take me with you throughout your week, man. So you guys got Off the Script all week long. And that is pretty much it right now. We got sub-stories coming up. Okay, we'll be doing that. I do want to mention, being that we're going to be doing this Loot Crate unboxing in a second, and I have not seen anybody unbox it yet. I have no idea what's in it. Everything is a complete surprise. I do want to make mention, because I love them so much, ProWrestlingCrate.com. If you guys missed my unboxing last weekend on part 1, make sure you guys go and check that out. ProWrestlingCrate.com. They are affiliated. They come from Pro Wrestling Tees. Unbelievable fucking merchandise. Unbelievable quality. And everybody listening to Off the Script today and going forward, if you use the coupon code at checkout when you sign up at ProWrestlingCrate.com, okay? Go through the sign-up process. Choose what box you want. There's going to be a little section where it says coupon code. All you're going to do is enter, all one word, Off the Script. You're going to save 20% off any of your purchases, man. That is fucking great. So everybody listening to Off the Script, if you guys want to get some cool-looking fucking T-shirts, autographed 8x10s, you know, collector pins, it's unbelievable, man. ProWrestlingCrate.com. Use the coupon code Off the Script for 20% off your first purchase. You can't beat that. Audible is another sponsor. You guys kicked ass, man. I want to blow February out of the water. We had 94 signups for Audible, man, for February. That is absolutely fucking amazing. I want to do over 120. in March. For WrestleMania month, I want to do over 120, man. Audible is offering everybody listening to Off the Script and whatever else I do 30 days free to try the service. All you guys got to do is go through the sign-up process. You enter in the information that is needed, and you guys get to choose one audiobook on the house, comparable, or compatible, I should say, with iTunes and Android. Apple and Android, man. Audible is fucking awesome. They take care of everybody. They're giving everybody one free audiobook. 180,000 books to choose from. If you guys want to take something on the go to school, to the office, to the gym. If you guys just want to lay in bed at night and just listen to a nice audiobook, man, they got you fucking covered. 180,000 titles to choose from. A lot of those are wrestling related, man. You guys can even cash in on a pre-order like AJ Lee, Jim Ross's new book, Mick Foley's new book, which are already on Amazon's bestsellers and they're not even released yet, man. AJ Lee's new book's coming out in April. Crazy is My Superpower. That's going to be going live soon. You guys can actually pre-order that with your free book. Daniel Bryan, Shawn Michaels, JTG, Brock Lesnar, Hulk Hogan, Roddy Piper, Dusty Rhodes, Bob Holly, The Death of WCW. You name it, man. It is on there. If it's wrestling related, it is on there. So audibletrial.com/offthescript. That's it. Sign up process, 30 days free to try the service, and if you guys end up canceling, you get to keep your audiobook, man. Once again, that's audibletrial.com/offthescript. And finally, before we get into the unboxing of Loot Crate and the sub-stories, I want to thank everybody who reached out to me on Patreon, man. You guys are fucking absolutely on fire with Patreon. We now, if I look at my numbers here, let me look at my dashboard. We have, I believe, 150 patrons right now. Okay? That is unbelievable. That 150 people believe in me and love my content enough to pledge monthly. And I want to shout out everybody who pledged for the month of February, man. We had, I believe, 16 new patrons in the month of February. And I'm going to read off the list of people right now because you guys are fucking amazing. And I'm going to do this more often because I want you guys to be, notified a little bit more, man. I want you guys to be shouted out a little bit more because you guys are fucking awesome. Absolutely awesome. We got Zach Worthington. He pledged $1. Balor Senju, he pledged $1. And everybody, man, it's as little as $1 a month. You can get Off the Script early, 12 hours early. This podcast is going early on Patreon for everybody. Can't beat that, man. And then when I actually slow down with the job and I can really put a lot of effort into giving you guys even more bang for your buck, it's going to be fucking awesome. I got so many ideas. I got Bullet Club JD designed t-shirts coming. It's fucking great, dude. Juanita Mosley pledged $1. Nicholas Wolf pledged $10. Lavarkan Madurai pledged $10. Vincent Tarantini pledged $1. We got Moritz Steffen pledged $2. Mr. E. Turn Ill pledged $100 for February. He is a first-time patron. That is fucking unbelievable, man. I'm fucking speechless when I look at my Patreon every fucking time. As soon as I log in, man, it's staring me right in the face. I fucking love you guys. It's unbelievable. The Handicapable Gamer pledged $1. Blinded Fate, bro. What's going on? $20 from Blinded Fate. We got Mark Vader pledging $1. Tristan Howard pledged $10. We got Johnny Live pledged $1. Robert Barnett pledged $3. Ken Lewis pledged $1. We got Johnny Ray Sinister pledged $20. Jonathan Robert Spaulding pledged $20. Neil Wessner pledged $10. Sarai Salahuddin pledged $1. We got Nick McCall pledged $1. Alyssa, after her story last week on Off the Script, the first female story on Off the Script, she pledged $20. Alyssa, thank you so much. Rayshawn Walden pledged $1. We got Ben Thornton pledging $1. We got David Luna, who pledged $5. And then we got, today actually, we got Justin Davison, JD Venom, coming over from Joe Cronin side. He pledged $10 to JD. Team JD on Patreon, man. I love every fucking one of you guys from the bottom of my heart. Thank you guys. Those are your Patreon shout-outs for the month. Unfucking believable. If you guys want to be a part of the Patreon team, JD from NY206 on Patreon. That's patreon.com/ patreon.com/JD from NY206. Great shit coming. If you guys can afford it, obviously, it is there for you. If not, don't worry about it. All you got to do is like the video, share it, comment, and tell your friends about Off the Script, man, because we're doing big things in 2017. Now, let's get on with this unboxing, and then we can do the sub-stories, and then get into the show. The actual wrestling portion of the show, man. You know, Fridays is fucking great. It's a celebration of the weekend, and I actually enjoy this portion of the show more than I do the second half, talking about the wrestling on Friday. Because I love it. I love doing this, man. I just love sharing your stories. I love talking to you guys about my week, or what's coming up, or what interests me, what bothers me. I love it. So thank you guys for sitting through all of this. And what I want to do, what I really want to do, man, I was watching Wrestle Talk TV and Ollie Davis. I'm a big fan of his, man. I love his work. He's really fucking great. I wish he was coming to the Internet Darlings. I'd love to meet him. He's doing big things over there, man. I wish I was growing as fast as him, but it's something about that fucking accent. I wish I had that type of accent. I got this shitty New York accent. He is doing, for the first 10 minutes or 15 minutes that the video was live, he's commenting to everybody. I'm going to start doing that too. I think that's a great way to build interaction up. And what also I want to do is, I want to do something that, I don't know, I forgot what I was going to say. What was I going to say? Sorry for the weird edit there, guys. I honestly forgot. I completely forgot what I was going to say. I was talking about Ollie Davis and the fact that when he puts up a video, you know, the first 15 minutes that it goes live, he's commenting to people in the comment section. I'm going to do that. I'm going to follow suit. I like that idea. But also, if you guys are watching Off the Script, no matter what video I post, I'm going to leave you guys this hashtag that I want you to leave at the end of the show. Okay? If you watched all the way through the video, even if you watched up until this point, before we get into the news, I want you to use the hashtag goon in the comments. After everything you say, comment about the video. If you notice something that I said and you want to comment on it, just leave me a hashtag at the end of your comment. Hashtag goon. So that I know you made it this far in the video. And then we'll do it again at the end. And I'll mention it again at the end. I want to get people more interactive with the comments. I think that's a great idea. So I'm going to take a page from Ollie Davis here and Wrestle Talk TV. So that's that. Now, let's get on with this Loot Crate unboxing. I don't know what's in it, but Loot Crate is sponsoring Off the Script as well. Just like Audible and That Wrestling Club and Pro Wrestling Crate. I love all my sponsors, man. These are the best fucking sponsors a wrestling dude can have right here on YouTube. If you guys want Slam Crate, this is what you got to do. I believe my unique link is down in the description, okay? It's lootcrate.com/JD from NY, I believe, or JD from NY206. It's down there. Loot Crate is competition to all these other crates, man. They're competition to That Wrestling Club. They're competition to Wrestle Crate, which is struggling right now because Ed, who was in charge of the company, fell very ill. There was something going on with the family. They transferred ownership for the entire brand to somebody else. I don't know who owns it now. Just a mess, man. People aren't getting crates. People didn't get crates for January and February. I know they were sending me crates as a comp because I was going to shout them out and I was going to do everything I can to get them subscriptions. So they rewarded me with crates. And they gave me a coupon code. It just stopped working, and I fell out of touch with Wrestle Crate, man. I don't know what's going on, but there's a lot of other wrestling crates. Slobber Knocker Box. There's a bunch of them, man. Loot Crate, you know, they wanted to get in on this thing. And this is all officially licensed WWE stuff. They are working directly with the WWE shop, with the WWE warehouse, and they're giving us WWE officially licensed product in this box every other month. And if you guys want to sign up, use my unique link down below, and then at checkout, JD from NY to save 10% off your subscription for the first purchase, man. You can't beat that. Obviously, I get a little kickback from that, so if you guys want to sign up, if you guys have a friend, if you guys have children at home, if you guys love wrestling just like everybody watching this show, Slam Crate is the best thing to do, man. I love this box. On top of what we get from That Wrestling Club, it's different, man. Every box is so unique. Every box is unique. Every box has a theme. Just like Pro Wrestling Crate, they have a theme. Like, we had High Flyers. This one, I believe, is WrestleMania. This might be WrestleMania. I am not sure. I'm not sure what this theme is. We'll see. Enough of me fucking talking. But JD from NY, check out if you guys want to save some money. Wow, look at this, man. Look at this shit. I already see a ton of stuff that I like already. I'm going to pull this one out because we had the John Cena Metals diecast figure, if you guys remember that. This time, we got The Rock. Look at that, dude. Look at that fucking shit. That is beast. The Rock Metals diecast, and this is a Loot Crate exclusive, and this weighs substantial, man. This is fucking beast. And look at what they got, man. They got The Rock. Damn, I would have loved AJ Styles or Kevin Owens. But The Rock ain't bad, man. The Rock probably worth the most out of all of them. Got Rock, Owens, Bailey, and AJ Styles there. Beautiful. That is fucking great. Look at this shit, man. This right here pays for the fucking box. This right here pays for the whole fucking box right there. That is great. Love it, love it, love it. What do we got here, man? Uh-oh. I like the color. The wrestler ain't too bad either. Look at this, man. The Architect. Seth freaking Rollins. Look at that, dude. And that is an officially licensed WWE product right there. Exclusive to Slam Crate. And if you guys don't believe me, it's got the WWE Authentic Wear logo right on the shirt, man. I told you. This is a fucking beast box. You guys got to jump on this, man. Every other month, you're going to get fucking quality. And being that it's every other month, you guys know that the quality in the box is going to be greater than the regular Loot Crate, which is every month. They're going to put a lot of fucking love and care into this thing, man. I love it. Fucking awesome. What do we got here? Man, they love their fucking pins. They love their fucking pins, bro. What do we got here? What is this? Are you kidding me? Is this a title belt? What is this? This is a fucking backpack, dude. Look at this shit. Or a mini backpack. I'm taking this to Orlando for sure. This could be my toiletry bag for my toothpaste and all this shit, man. Look at this. A WWE Championship shoulder strap backpack. That is fucking sweet, bro. Wow. And it's good quality, too, man. Holy shit. Smells new. That's fucking great, man. Look at that. That is beast. Taking that to Orlando with me. Beautiful. We got a pin. We got the WWE Championship center plate. Look at this, man. It was the Road to WrestleMania. I guess the Road to WrestleMania crate. Theme. That was the theme. Nice pin there, man. I'm going to get a bulletin board whenever I fucking move out of this small-ass apartment. I'm going to get a bulletin board and hang up all these fucking pins. I got pins from Pro Wrestling Crate. I got pins from Loot Crate. Holy shit, man. It's fucking sweet. What do we got here? Anything else in the box that I'm missing? Let me show you guys the inner box, because they always got some nice design. Road to WrestleMania right there. Look at that. You got The Rock, you got Charlotte, you got Kevin Owens, and Seth Rollins. Right there. Love it, love it, love it. What do we got here? Is this the... Yeah, this is the, this month's loot. This here is a Q&A with Charlotte. You got the loot that's in here. We got the exclusive Seth Rollins shirt, which was exclusive. We got the exclusive Rock figure. There's a Topps trading card. We got the Attitude Era Championship belt pin. We got the World Heavyweight Championship waist pack. What's a waist pack? I'm not going to wear that around my waist. I look like a fucking goon. Who's on the poster? The Undertaker. I love that photo. I love that photo, man. It's so fucking cool. What else we got? Who is it? Who is it? Hopefully it's somebody good, man. Good vibes, good vibes. Who is it? Before we begin this fucking show. If I can fucking open this thing. I got my Swiss Army knife up there. I could probably cut it. Is it gonna open? Of course not. Oh, yes it is. It did open. This is another thing, man. My computer just goes to this blue screen randomly. Can't wait to fucking set up my computer. Oh, everybody's favorite. Everybody's favorite. Look at this. Look who the first card was. John Cena. What do we got here, man? Charlotte Flair doing a moonsault. Looks like it's on Sasha and Becky at WrestleMania. Kevin Owens. German suplexing Dolph Ziggler, I guess. Yep. And what is this? WWE Slam 16 new digital trading card app. I got a free pack. And there's a coupon code on the back. There you go. That's the Slam Crate, man. That's fucking beast right there. Great shit by Slam Crate. Gotta give him a fucking round of applause for that, man. That was fucking beast. Since we did that, we're gonna go over the subscriber stories now before we get into the podcast, because this is a segment that you guys like a lot. But I want to thank Loot Crate for doing this as well. Again, they are sponsoring the show, and as always are a big sponsor of the show. And if you guys want your Slam Crates, you use the link down below. Coupon code JD from NY. Can't stress that enough. Let's do the subscriber stories, man. I got 2 here today before we get into Fastlane. Let's see. We're going to do this one here from Jonathan. We're going to do this from Jonathan, man. Jonathan McClee. He signs it Mitch. And this is a long one. Okay? And if you guys want to send your stories, all you got to do is email me at JD from NY206 at yahoo.com. Okay? Or JD from NY206 at yahoo.com. Please include your name, where you're from, if you want to include your age. If you guys don't want to, have your name mentioned on the show, you could leave me a little note saying, please read this as anonymous. But that's the email to send your stories to if you guys want something to be shared on the show. And I'm backlogged like a motherfucker on stories. But this one's coming from Jonathan McClee. Hey, JD, I sent this subscriber story to you on Thursday, but I didn't hear it on Off the Script. You guys got to understand that I get everything, but sometimes it might not be read immediately, man. I know there's fucking stories from like 2 months ago that I have not even read yet. So everybody will get read, don't worry. And if you guys want to send it again, if you send something and it hasn't been read, send it again. So you could do that as well. I understand you must have a lot of stories coming in and a lot of people wanting to have their story heard. If you can't read this story because it deals with the touchy subject of suicide, I completely understand. Just let me know, and I will not send this story to you again. Once again, love your show, and even if you don't read this on Off the Script, I just want you to know that your show and Joe Cronin helped me tremendously during this hard time, putting a smile on my face when nothing else would. Before I start this story, I want to say, JD, your work has helped me through this time greatly. Even through the dark time, I found myself turning into out of nowhere and laughing at the funny antics of you and Joe. I cannot thank you more and cannot wait to see you in Orlando. And if you are in Orlando, bro, I hope you're coming to the Internet Darlings. That's the easiest place you'll find me. Or, I'm going to Access and I'm going to WrestleCon as well. I won't be going to the Darlings, so there you go. He's not going to the Darlings because Ring of Honor Supercard of Honor is at the same time, but I hope to see you and Joe around the other events going on. Like I said, I'll be at WrestleCon and I'll be at Access on Thursday, but I don't blame you, bro. That Hardys versus Bucks of Youth match is very intriguing. But he starts it off by saying, Dear JD, this story begins about the beginning of 2015. At the time, I was not watching wrestling. However, I was going to Full Sail for show production and wanted to work at some NXT events. Pretty cool. It was during a boring lecture one day, though, that I came across a certain girl's Facebook profile. To spare you more details, what started off as an internet crush bloomed into a beautiful friendship. Me and this girl would message every day. We'd tag each other in memes. I'd even send her my own memes, and she loved them. We grew and learned more about philosophy together, spending long nights on the phone talking about life and where we see the world and our own lives within it going. I was certain that I had found the one true love of my life. Even though she lived all the way across the country, it always felt like I could just leave class and go see her. So eventually, I worked up the courage to ask her to a convention that I was going to in July of 2016. She gladly accepted, and for months I was thinking in my head, how am I going to tell her how I feel? Well, as luck had it, she felt the same way, and I will always remember that first night at that convention, sitting with her, and how she said she did like me and was surprised that I hadn't made a move online prior. To which I said I didn't want to ruin the good thing we have. We stared into each other's eyes for a good solid minute, and then I said, I'm so tempted to make a move right now. To which she replied, I wouldn't stop you if you did. For many months after that, we had a great relationship. I go up to where she's from and even came down here to Orlando. Eventually, I was planning with her to move up there so that I could be closer and finally escape this terrible state that is Florida. I feel the same way about New York City, bro. I would see Florida as an escape for me, but I understand the feeling. Things were wonderful with what seemed like a clear path ahead of me. I, for once, knew what it was like to fall in love with my best friend. Then 2017 came and cold winter winds of January sank in. She began to become more distant. I tried to keep the love, I really did. What used to be hours on the phone at night turned into maybe 20 minutes. And eventually, on one Tuesday night during SmackDown, I got the phone call. She left me. Broken and depressed, I contemplated my own suicide for several weeks. A world I once believed in suddenly seemed absurd, cold, and meaningless. Yet in this darkest hour, I found two great things that saved my life. First, the philosopher Albert Camus, C-A-M-U-S, if I'm pronouncing that correctly. If you've ever had suicidal thoughts, I cannot recommend this man and his work more. His book, The Myth of Sisyphus, if I'm pronouncing that correctly, if I am, I'm a goon. If I'm not, I'm a goon. Myth of Sisyphus, S-I-S-Y-P-H-U-S. Saved my life. If I had not read that first page about suicide, I don't know what I would be writing you today. Never before had I read something that summed up so much dark thoughts so well, and why you should not give into such thoughts. Not long after that, I discovered Aikido, a Japanese form of martial arts based on the idea of non-aggression. Then I decided, since then I have dedicated my path, or myself, to the craft in hopes of one day becoming a master. The new view on life and these new skills I have been learning to give me a new perspective. While nothing is set in stone for my future now, I can at least say I am in a better place. And if you ever find yourself in a dark place like the one I found myself in, just remember that the storms do eventually pass and sun will always shine again. Life is so precious. Suicide is permanent, while the pain you feel now is only temporary. I'm very glad for my life, and I now want to enjoy every minute of it. And Regan, if you're out there and someone manages to hear this, I still love you. Sincerely, Mitch. That's a deep fucking story, man. I have, I can't honestly say that I've ever contemplated suicide. I don't want to talk about my my ex again, but she was suicidal. And when I met her, I actually met her the same way you did, buddy. This was a long distance thing. Sarah, and she is set to be engaged now because I'm still following her mother on Facebook, who, her mother was a great woman. And, you know, through the pictures and the fucking Facebook posts, I see all this shit on my page. So, not that I really care about what, you know, anybody else is doing. You know, it's tough to not see it when you scroll through your fucking Facebook profile. I met her through a chat room. Believe it or not, I met her when AOL still had fucking dial-up, and you had to go through that fucking long, arduous process of signing into the internet. You've got mail. Welcome, you know. We used to go into those chat rooms to chat with just random strangers about music and fucking sports, and you know, you always used to have the guys in there asking if there was any females in the room, what's your age, sex, and location. Those were the days. And I was on my dad's screen name. And he had a very particular screen name. It was Louis DX1 on AOL. For some reason, everybody called my dad Lou, but his name is Frank. Louis. What's going on, Louis? It's like an Italian thing, I guess. I don't know. I met Sarah in a chat room, and we eventually began to talk, and we developed a relationship. And the funny thing is, I was in the Bronx, and she was in Vermont. She was in St. Johnsbury, Vermont. We talked and talked and talked and talked. And I remember she spent 14 hours on a bus, on a fucking bus, to come see me in New York. We holed up in a fucking hotel. I ran away from home, and my parents didn't know where I was. I didn't tell them. I spent my time with her because we developed feelings for one another. And soon after that, my parents knew what was going on. I guess they were okay with it because, you know, I found a girl that I really enjoyed hanging out with and spending time with, so they didn't have a problem with it. I moved out of my parents' home, you know, because there was just too much arguing. You know, my parents didn't want me to go traveling to go see her in Vermont, and how's this going to work, blah, blah, blah. So I said, fuck, you know what, I'm going to pack my shit, and I moved in with my buddy Chris. While I was staying with my buddy Chris, we traveled up to Vermont together. And we got on a Greyhound bus, 14 hours to St. Johnsbury, Vermont. Her town was, I swear to God, something out of a fucking horror story, man. It was desolate in the fucking dead of winter. There was nobody around. Her house was on like a hill. And down the hill, you could see there was a Dunkin' Donuts. That's all there was in the town. There was one diner, a fucking Dunkin' Donuts, and the local movie theater. And in that movie theater, that winter, you can see how far back this goes. We watched Lord of the Rings, The Two Towers together. That's when I first seen the film. I seen it with her. You know, I spent time with her family that Christmas. We spent time at her dad's house. Her dad's house, or their family. You know, her mom and dad were married, but they had another house deep into the fucking woods. And when I mean deep in the woods, bro, this is like some serial killer shit. Log cabin. Imagine waking up, you know, in the morning, in the middle of the fucking winter in Vermont, and you got homemade pancakes being made with maple syrup waiting for you when you wake up on the dinner on the table in the kitchen in a log fucking cabin. Don't they make syrup? Log cabin syrup? I mean, what the fuck, dude? That same year, her mom, you know, the family loved me. I was a part of their family when my family had abandoned me for dating her, you know? My parents were happy for me, but they were against me going anywhere. They wanted me to be grounded. So I said, fuck you, I'm going to go see her. I was more a part of their family than I was my own family. Obviously, things got better with my folks. But their parents loved me so much that they got me a fucking Nintendo GameCube for Christmas. Again, you can tell how far back this goes. The fucking GameCube. You know, we're talking about the Switch. And I was with her for 5 years. We spent memories, fucking holidays together, man. I eventually moved to Atlantic City to be with her. We moved to Atlantic City. We got a place in Atlantic City because her parents were originally from there. And she went to Stockton College in New Jersey. And it was so tough, man. She snuck me into the dorms. I was living on Stockton College. I wasn't even a student. I was living on Stockton College for 6 months in her fucking dorm room. Now, her roommate eventually got pissed off. I don't know what happened to her. She was fucking some fat beast. You know, we would have no privacy. We would have to fucking sneak away to the fucking the women's bathroom to fucking do our business. You know, if we wanted some privacy. I had to go down to the fucking cafeteria with her card and eat the cafeteria food, which was a nice cafeteria, man. Stockton College is nice. You know, we were in and out of the dorms. I remember spending my 21st birthday there. We spent my birthday in one of the suites on Stockton College. I remember puking in somebody's fucking bathtub. It was a fucking blast, man. We had so many memories together. She was suicidal. And I had to live with that. For 5 years, I had to live with that. When I met her, she had cuts up all and down her arm. One night, she legit tried to kill herself. We were together, living together, in our own apartment. This is after the whole college thing. She tried to kill herself. I came home from, I guess I was coming back from New York because I had the band. I wanted to see my family. Things were getting better with my family. I missed my family, being away from them. She locked herself in the fucking bathroom to our apartment, and she slit her wrists. I had to take her to the fucking hospital. I had to take her to the doctor. She was slitting her wrist because she felt I didn't want to spend time with her. Meanwhile, all I wanted to do is go see my family for one fucking day. 6 out of the 7 days I was working, and we were working doubles at Starbucks to help make ends meet so that we can have some spending money and keep a fucking roof over our head and get food. You know? She slit her wrist because she was upset I was going home and taking a bus. Some nights I'd fucking take a bus that same day and come back the same night. But one fucking night, she was so pissed off, she slit her wrist in the fucking bathroom. I had to take her to the fucking hospital. Suicide's no joke, man. I don't know, you know, now I don't think she's like that. She's got kids now. She eventually dumped me. She dumped me, and this is the story I told already on this show. She cheated on me, you know, with someone from the Rainforest Cafe, some fucking Spanish dude that used to bust tables at the Rainforest Cafe at Trump Plaza. I spent Thanksgiving by myself. You know, she spent Thanksgiving with him and left me all alone in the apartment. It really became shitty, man. So you want to talk about being depressed and, you know, in a fucking black hole somewhere. You can imagine what I was going through. You can imagine what I was going through, spending Thanksgiving alone while your girlfriend's spending fucking Thanksgiving with another guy. Shit. But this is why I read these stories, man. Not only does it harbor up memories that I went through, and I could share that with you guys. Someone out there listening might have the same fucking thoughts, or might have went through the same situation with a long-distance relationship like you did, ended up getting hurt, and is feeling the same way you're feeling. We're all helping each other here. Now, with the books that I mentioned, and the philosopher Albert Camus, and you taking up Aikido, a Japanese form of martial arts, dude, I'm glad you grounded yourself. I'm glad you grounded yourself, man. Because you know why? The next one that comes along, and the next girl that you meet, is going to love you and be the one that you're going to spend the rest of your life with. And you're going to look back on what happened, and you're going to learn from it, and you're going to be like, thank God I didn't do something stupid. You got to understand, man, people are really shitty fucking people out there. There's shitty fucking people out there. I don't know why she broke up with you. I don't know what possessed her to do that after everything was just going so swell. Everything sounded like a fucking fairy tale up until that point where you told me she left you. Why? I don't understand why good people got to get hurt. And I'm not perfect. I'm not perfect. But if she's listening, which, you know, it could be. I don't know. This podcast reaches many people. Regan, if you're out there, Mitch still loves you. And we want to know why you hurt him and put him through this depressing moment that he obviously fought back from and now is stronger than ever. So you can look back on that, Mitch, and, you know, look back at what she did to you. You became a better person because of her. You can't hate her or have any animosity towards her too much. She made you a better person now in 2017. And I'm glad you're a part of Team JD. Thank you for sharing your story. Moving on with the next story. We're going to do one more because we usually do two. There's another one here I wanted to do here. Yeah, this is from Jason. Jason Tarr. 38 years old from Guilford, Maine. Hello, JD. I've been watching your podcast since late last year. Was looking for wrestling content that felt the same way I do about wrestling and came across your podcast. I then became a Patreon for your show and was recently in your first PayPal Rumble. Thank you. I also needed to find something to get out of what is happening in my life. My life turned upside down in 2013 when my father had a stroke, which was only mild, thank God. However, he's already suffering from Alzheimer's and dementia beforehand. The stroke complicated the symptoms. He doesn't walk so well anymore. He even forgets who my mom is at times and has a hard time remembering who I am. Fast forward to Memorial Day weekend 2014, and I have really bad pain in my abdomen. I go to the emergency room, have blood tests and a CAT scan done, and I've got blockages since I was younger. The test results are alarming. My triglyceride levels were above 3,000 and diagnosed with pancreatitis. I had to miss 2 weeks of work to recover. Again, thank God I did not need surgery. I needed to change my eating habits, which I have done to keep this from happening again, and also on blood pressure medication, as I have family history of high blood pressure and cholesterol. Fast forward to last year, a buddy of mine suggested a channel to search for, and completely different content from yours, and came across your first content for Off the Script. I started to watch and said to myself, wow, this guy gets it, just like me. I subscribed and became a Patreon from that day forward. I enjoy the content that you provide, as I can smile and laugh, especially at your Kevin Dunn impressions. Roman Reigns! Which gets me, even though, even on my worst days. I can never thank you enough for what your show has done for me. I have also subscribed to Joe Cronin's channel as well, and need to refollow him on Twitter. I love the out of nowhere shows you guys do. Thanks again, JD. One day we will have to meet and buy a round of Guinness. I look forward to what happens in the future for you, and I will always support you. Jason Tarr. Thank you, Jason. As you guys know, story after story after story about Alzheimer's and my grandpa and what my Aunt Teresa is going through right now with full-blown dementia. Not fun, man, but I am here for you, and I'm glad that no matter what is going on, that Off the Script can provide you an escape. And I pray, and my thoughts are with you, with your father, who's suffering from Alzheimer's. I know it's a fucking terrible, terrible fuck you disease. And hopefully there's a cure for it someday, because I don't want to see anybody go through that after what I see my grandpa go through. So my thoughts and prayers with Jason and his father. I'm glad you're doing okay, bro. Start eating better. I know I did. I feel good. Though I'm still always tired. I've been taking my vitamins. I've been eating better. I do have relapses every now and then. Last night I had some fucking chocolate-covered pretzels. Just a few of them, because I love dark chocolate-covered pretzels, man. It's like a fucking kryptonite for me. Just the saltiness with the dark chocolate. Oh, my God. And I had a beer the other night. Not last night, but the other night. I went to Atlantic City. I indulged on some beers with my buddy Sean. You know, I have my setbacks too, but, you know, they're not failures. They're just setbacks. And I'm back on the fucking card again. I'm doing it. I'm eating better. You know, I'm watching my calories. I'm glad you're doing good, bro. And I'm glad Off the Script provides you with some laughs and some entertainment. And I'm glad that there are fans out there that share the same opinion like I do, because I love the wrestling business and the industry so much. But thank you guys for sending in your stories. One of my favorite parts of the show is subscriber stories. If you guys want to send your story in, like I said, at JD from NY206 at yahoo.com. Again, that's JD from NY206 at yahoo.com. You can send your stories, your name, where you're from, how old you are. If you want to remain anonymous, let me know. If you have anything you want to share with everybody listening to Off the Script, you're more than welcome to do so. Fastlane, this Sunday, the last stop before WrestleMania, preview and predictions. We're going to go over the entire card, what I think of the show, and we're going to talk about some minor news stories as well right here on Off the Script. I will see you guys in a little bit, but let's first introduce the new Get Off My TV design for Barbershop Window. The hit list for Get Off My TV is ever growing, with alumni such as Kane, Eva Marie, The Big Show, Ryback, and Dana Brooke already taken out by Lucille. Roman Reigns has escaped with his life. But that doesn't mean there's not more names being added to the list weekly, with newcomers such as Charlotte, JBL, Byron Saxton, Stephanie McMahon, and David Otunga Lucille is thirsty. With the idea taken from JD is Negan mixed with the ever-popular hashtag of Get Off My TV. Ladies and gentlemen, available this weekend on barbershopwindow.com, the newest design for Off the Script. Big backstage update on Elias Samson getting called up to the main roster. This will contain spoilers, goons. Okay? So if you guys don't want to hear what is going on here with Elias Samson, I will give you to the count of 5. And we're going to go over Jack Swagger's recipes that he's going to leave Titus O'Neil for the new catering job that apparently Jack Swagger doesn't want anymore. Fried chicken, grilled chicken, chicken parmesan, chicken francais, Cajun chicken. There you go. Should be enough time. Should be enough time, man. Now, are you hungry? Because I am. But Elias Samson being called up to the main roster, he could be on his way to the main roster in the very near future. This came after he lost a loser leaves NXT match against Cassius Ohno at the recent NXT taping for March at the University of Central Florida. Now, there was also a video floating around from an NXT live event of Samson wearing a mask, wrestling under the alias of El Vagabondo. Really? It was unclear at the time if he was donning a mask full-time and completely changing his gimmick or if he was just doing that until he got called up. Now, according to Dave Meltzer and the latest Wrestling Observer newsletter, Samson is going to be called up to the main roster in the near future. He was originally supposed to get called up in the summer of 2016, but he broke his ankle, and all of those plans went out the window. Samson is likely going to be working under the mask for NXT live events until he officially gets called up. This obviously has to do with him losing the match to Ono and the company wanting to keep continuing this, even at untelevised events. It is unclear when exactly he will be called up, but it seems more likely that it will be after WrestleMania 33. Where does he go? I don't know. If he goes to Raw, he ends up as a comedy act. If he goes to SmackDown, there might be some hope that SmackDown and the creative writers and the seriousness that is SmackDown, they might make him into a nice mid-card act. Maybe for an IC title. I don't know. I think that would work. I actually like Elias Samson. I'm going to be perfectly honest with you. The singing and the guitar playing sucks dick. But I will say this about Elias Samson. He has a nice intensity. He's got a great look. And he gets massive heat. He's decent in the ring, man. I think he would succeed on SmackDown. On Raw, he would be a comedy act teaming with the Shining Stars. He would probably end up as one of the Shining Stars fucking banjo players outside of the fucking hotel. Do you want that, or do you want the guy to succeed and somewhat of a decent run on SmackDown, maybe for a mid-card title? I think the answer is very easy when it comes to Elias Samson. Meanwhile, we can put anybody on SmackDown. I think everybody coming up from NXT should go to SmackDown. But then again, Raw is the A show. But it doesn't seem to be performing as the A show. There are rumors going around that Jericho might be forced to vacate the WWE United States Championship. Chris Jericho became the United States Champion after he pinned Roman Reigns. But yeah, we altered the crowd to make you think that the fans actually care. I got a nice promotion from Vince McMahon. He gave me some tasty wood. You know he did. You know Kevin Dunn worked his magic to show that fan booing Roman Reigns, but then mysteriously cheered him the following week as they altered the fucking the little clip that they did. You guys know what I'm talking about. Jericho became WWE United States Champion after he pinned Roman Reigns in a handicap match. Over the past few weeks, Jericho has been absent from WWE television after being brutally assaulted by his former best friend, Kevin Owens, at the Festival of Friendship. The last time Jericho has defended his U.S. title was on television in February, on the February 6th episode of Monday Night Raw. That was actually my birthday. Happy birthday to me. On Monday Night Raw, Jericho was able to defeat Sami Zayn after some help from Owens. We are closing in on 30 days before he has to defend the title. We recently saw SmackDown Live General Manager Daniel Bryan strip Naomi of her women's championship because she was unable to defend the belt in the 30 days required. Really? I'm sure Roman Reigns eclipsed that 30 days as United States champion. So why are we not stripping him when he was the worst United States champion ever, along with Dean Ambrose, who never defended the fucking title, right? And now we're going to take the title of Chris Jericho? Why? Because he's not Roman Reigns? Because WWE wants this rule to, you know, sometimes be in effect and then the others just completely forget about it because we're too stupid to realize what WWE is doing. Why would you take the belt off Jericho? The United States Championship was a fucking joke anyway. I didn't even realize Jericho was the United States Champion until this fucking report. Awful. Awful booking of the United States Championship. You know, Triple H won the WWE Championship at the Royal Rumble, right? They didn't take the title off him. They didn't take the title off him to defend that WrestleMania against Roman Reigns. So why didn't you do it then? Why didn't you take the belt off Triple H? Again, why didn't you take it off Roman Reigns? Don't get it. Sometimes things work, sometimes things don't. They're never consistent in this company. Never. Now, March 8th would mark the 30 days since Jericho has defended the belt. This means that he has up until this upcoming week on Raw to put the title on the line, or he will, or in theory, should be stripped of the belt. WWE always does not follow the rules when it comes to the 30-day title defense, but we have to think that with Naomi being forced to vacate the belt recently, they will abide by the rule. Of course not. It's Monday Night Raw. Do they ever abide by anything? Why the fuck would they abide by the rules? They're Raw. They're garbage. They never do anything correctly or shit that makes sense or logic. You might get lucky, you know, once out of 3 hours every fucking week. Once. Maybe. But I don't think they're going to take the belt off Jericho. It would make no sense. You know? And now I'm sure Jericho and Owens doesn't need the United States Championship, but it's a nice little added bonus if you want to make the match for WrestleMania. You know? Whatever. It's very possible that Jericho appears at Fastlane on Sunday. I think so. I think he will be there. We'll talk about that a little bit later. It's very possible that Jericho appears at Fastlane on Sunday and defends the title on Monday. Just giving you a heads up that him getting stripped of the title is a possibility. I don't think it's going to happen because it's WWE. Nothing ever makes sense. Ever. What else do we got back here? X-Pac reveals the backstage reaction to The Rock, calling CM Punk in front of the Raw audience. I'm assuming X-Pac was in Los Angeles too. The guy seems to be fucking everywhere. One of the biggest stories a few weeks ago was when The Rock called CM Punk after Raw went off the air. The Rock had fans chanting CM Punk at him after he mentioned the name of AJ Lee. I think fans were actually chanting for CM Punk in Green Bay during Corey Graves and Seth Rollins sit-down. For what reason? I don't know. Maybe they thought CM Punk was some type of new cheese that was just invented. I don't know. Maybe CM Punk is a fan of pepper jack cheese. I don't fucking know. Maybe he likes extra cheese on his Chicago deep dish pizza. You fucking retards in Green Bay. Awful crowd. Awful fucking crowd. But yes, AJ Lee, of course, is going to get CM Punk chance. She's fucking him. Why not? He proceeded to leave Punk a voicemail as the WWE Universe screamed in excitement. Just like Kevin Dunn screams in excitement when Vince McMahon presents him with Roman Reigns. You know, greased up, nice oily pictures of himself pre-match. You know, Kevin Dunn's going crazy over that. Anyway, Sean X-Pac Waltman. I'm playing with this fucking pen. Bend the fucking I'm going to break this pen cap, too. X-Pac, Sean Waltman was backstage of Raw when the incident took place. He revealed backstage reaction on his show, X-Pac 12360. This is what he said, and I quote, "Obviously, there was controversy over The Rock calling Punk. I was up in the gorilla position when all that was going down. I'm not going to say who was on the headset saying, cut his mic, cut his mic. Doesn't he realize we're in a lawsuit with this guy? But nobody was really, like, mad. Nobody was mad," says X-Pac. But it was just like, come on. It was one of those things. An interesting look into what happened from someone who was backstage. We have to assume the guy on the headset was none other than Vince McMahon. And he wasn't too thrilled with what The Rock was doing. The Rock can do whatever the fuck he wants. Okay? If he wants to call CM Punk, he'll call CM Punk. If he wants to fucking invite CM Punk to dinner in your ring, he'll do it. If he wants to go fucking invite CM Punk out for a nice glass of wine, he'll do it. If he wants to call CM Punk and inquire about a fucking threesome with him and AJ Lee, he'll fucking do it. It's The Rock. You need The Rock more so than The Rock needs you, McMahon. Let him do what he wants. The guy's untouchable. He's like God when he walks in that fucking building. Give me a break. You know? People miss CM Punk. I understand there's a fucking lawsuit going on that's really not, you know, a happy situation right now, but people miss CM Punk. Maybe if he treated the motherfucker correctly when he was there and didn't say, yeah, just put another Z-Pack on it. Or maybe if he didn't fucking fire the guy on his wedding day, maybe things will be normal. But they're not. All thanks to WWE not doing the right thing. There you go. So the fans enjoyed it. Leave it at that. Moving on here, we have, what else do we got going on? I know there's a story here on Jack Swagger. Oh, yeah. Here we go. Here we go. Swagger released from WWE. Now, this story breaks my heart because we have catering to worry about in WWE. Everybody's wondering, who is going to take over catering for both Raw and SmackDown? I got the answer for you right here. This is exclusive backstage information you're not going to get from anywhere else except right here on Off the Script. Titus O'Neil is now head of catering for Swagger Catering. 1-800-487-JACK. Okay? It's still the same number. You can dial it. He'll leave you a fucking voicemail. You got Swagger's voice on the voicemail. It's still there. It's still there. Nothing is changing. Okay? It is his business, and he's going to make sure you are fed if you are backstage and a jobber in WWE. Okay? What is Titus O'Neil going to be doing? What is he going to be cooking up on Monday Night Raw? Fried chicken, grilled chicken, sesame chicken, orange chicken, chicken francais, chicken parmesan, right? Cajun chicken, deep fried chicken. You know, how many other fucking chickens can I name? I don't know. Barbecue chicken, honey mustard chicken, chicken tenders, buffalo chicken. You're gonna have anything you want, bro. Steamed vegetables, fried vegetables. You're gonna have corn on the cob, potato. You're gonna have sweet potato. You're gonna have those nice yellow gold potatoes. You're gonna have, you know, green beans. You're gonna have yams. You're gonna have cranberry sauce. Maybe we'll have some fucking turkey for those who don't like chicken. For beverages, you're gonna have your water, your sparkling water, your seltzer, your club soda. You want some fucking sugar, there'll be fucking Diet Dr. Pepper, Diet Pepsi, Diet Coke. What else? Breakfast. Eggs, bacon, sausage, hot cakes, English muffin, bagels, sesame, everything, poppy seed, plain, cinnamon raisin, blueberry, French toast bagel. Telling you, man, Titus O'Neil's gonna have it all, bro. Titus O'Neil is gonna have it all. Don't worry. Pasta, you got lasagna, you got your fucking, you know, your 4-cheese ziti, your cheese ravioli, your spinach and ricotta ravioli, your pumpkin ravioli, your lobster ravioli, you know, your butternut squash ravioli. It's gonna be there, bro. I'm telling you right now. You will be fed with Titus O'Neil. Okay? Now, who's gonna take over the position on SmackDown? Maybe, what's his name there? Apollo Crews? We don't know, but he's on TV. He's kind of catering and training. We got Zack Ryder, maybe. He's not doing nothing. You know, Mojo Rawley. These are all guys in training. We don't know yet. We do not know yet what is going on, okay? Maybe Shelton Benjamin. I don't know. So we got some interim guys right now. We don't have one set guy on SmackDown. If you guys have any top-notch candidates for SmackDown catering, okay? Maybe you can inquire down below. Maybe you could call 1-800-487-JACK. Maybe leave a voicemail. I don't know. But Jack Swagger's released from the WWE. He didn't want it no more, bro. He didn't want the hassle of having his chocolate chip cookies go to waste anymore. He was tired of getting his cookies on TV, but WWE would not feature him on TV. You know, they like the soft and chewy cookies on television. Jack Swagger, the all-American American, they didn't want him. They wanted him out of the WWE. So he asked for his release. They gave it to him. Swagger recently called into the Beyond the Fight podcast hosted by MMA fighter Chael Sonnen to drop some big-time news. Early this week, he asked for and was granted his release from the WWE. This comes after months of not appearing on WWE TV. Swagger is a former world champion in WWE, and this might come as a surprise to some. Swagger hasn't been used in a long time on WWE TV, with his last live appearance being a loss to Baron Corbin on the October 18th episode of SmackDown Live. Swagger would go on to say that him and WWE were very far apart during contract negotiations. WWE wanted mainly oatmeal raisin. Swagger wanted chocolate chip. They could not agree, and clearly Swagger got upset. He asked to be let go. Says that WWE didn't value him. Really? They didn't value his catering skills? Come on, bro. He always had that table nice and neat. Silverware was all fucking placed nicely. There was always a napkin within reach. There was always silverware. There was always a paper plate. You know? They had them nice little, you know, those nice little party cups. If you wanted your beverage of choice. You know? They even had people bring you food over in the back, bro. He had these fucking butlers that would just, you know, make a nice, exquisite experience for you. I guess they didn't want none of that, man. All that was too expensive. It was too expensive. But seriously, he thought that they were not giving him enough money. They didn't give him the opportunity, and he wanted a better life for his family. They weren't giving him enough money. As a result, he asked for his release. Everybody wished him the best in his future endeavors. It's a shame that WWE didn't use him because he was very talented in the ring. Just really didn't have the opportunity to showcase what he was. So Jack Swagger is gone from the WWE, and I'm sure he'll end up somewhere and be used a lot better than he was with World Wrestling Entertainment. Now, the rumor of a Triple H faction is still continuing. It is still being talked about. We talked about this on Out of Nowhere. The original Evolution faction featured Ric Flair, Triple H, Randy Orton, and Batista, as you guys know. Each member represented the best in wrestling. Flair represented the past, Triple H was the present, Orton and Batista were the future. Could Triple H be recreating this faction on Raw? A new Evolution. Over the past few weeks, Triple H teased some alliances with current members of the Raw roster. It appears like he is, indeed, putting together a new faction. The most obvious addition is Samoa Joe, who has been Triple H's heavy and has been clearly doing his bidding over the last few weeks. The other is Kevin Owens. On Raw a few weeks ago, fans saw Triple H and Kevin Owens speaking privately backstage. After the conversation happened, Owens turned on Jericho during the Festival of Friendship. It looks like Owens could be the third member involved in this new faction. Both Samoa Joe and Kevin Owens have been sporting suits for the past couple of weeks, which is very reminiscent of what Evolution did. Kevin Owens also emphasized the word evolution during his promo with Goldberg, where he said this Sunday will be the evolution of Kevin Owens. So Triple H, if this was to happen, he would move into the role of Ric Flair as representative of the past. Kevin Owens is the Universal Champion, and he would be the role of Triple H back in the original incarnation if we are comparing both, you know, past and present. So Triple H would be the Ric Flair role. Owens would be the Triple H role. Samoa Joe would play a role similar to Batista, acting as the muscle or the heavy, the hitman of the group. That's exactly what Joe has been, a hitman. It's been fucking great. If WWE decides to add another member, it would be pretty cool to add Ric Flair's daughter to all of this. It would be cool to add Charlotte to this, you know, as a female member of the group. If not, Triple H can always bring in another talent from NXT. A lot of you guys have mentioned Pete Dunne. A lot of you guys have mentioned Pete Dunne's name in joining Evolution. I like it, but Pete Dunne was brought in to build around with the UK audience and the UK brand that I know Regal and Triple H want to bring to the network. You know, I see Pete Dunne even challenging Tyler Bate at NXT TakeOver Orlando for the UK Championship. Do I say Pete Dunne should not be in this group? No, I'm not going to say that. I think I think it's too soon for Pete Dunne to be on the main roster, to be honest with you. I mean, he hasn't even dabbled in what they brought him in here originally to do. Now, if you want to be fun with it, you can turn Finn Balor heel, which I mentioned. You can turn Finn Balor heel. And he and Seth Rollins can go one-on-one, heel versus babyface. If you want to be really fun with it, you could add Roman Reigns to the fucking group. You know? Have Roman just lose. And just like Seth Rollins. He's not going to buy in. He's not going to buy in at all. You want to turn Roman heel? You have him say the opposite of what Seth Rollins did when he bought in to Evolution. He didn't sell out. He bought in. Roman would come out and say, listen, fuck you people. I sold out because you sold out on me. Simple booking. Roman turns heel. Joins Triple H. Wants the fame. Wants the fortune. He wants the superstardom. There you go. Right then and there. But then again, you can't really do the whole Shield thing that I mentioned. But I like my original idea better. Balor, Owens, Joe, Triple H. Roman, Seth, and you have Mick Foley. Go out and get Dean Ambrose via trade for Sami Zayn, because Sami Zayn's not doing shit on Monday Night Raw. I would much rather him on SmackDown. You bring Dean Ambrose, who's probably going to lose the Intercontinental Championship to Baron Corbin anyway. Bring him over after Mania. Make a trade. Have that be Mick Foley's fucking, you know what? You went over Stephanie's head. You're getting terminated, bro. You got to go through Stephanie for these things. And that leads to his termination. Angle comes in. Ambrose is on Raw because he wants to take down Stephanie. He wants to take down Triple H's initiative. And you got the Shield back together against the New Evolution. 1, 2, 3. Does it get any fucking better than that? Of course not. Where'd you hear it first? Off the script. Will WWE do that? Of course not, because it's too good. It's too smart for them. That's my plan. And if it happens, you know where you heard it first. But the idea of Triple H forming a New Evolution clearly is being showcased. Will it finally come to fruition? Will we have a confirmation on that? We don't know yet. But things are certainly being teased on WWE television. Original plans for John Cena at WrestleMania 33. A rumor going around about Cena's original plans. Do they include The Undertaker? Let's find out. On the February 28th episode of SmackDown Live, WWE officially began the build towards John Cena and Nikki Bella versus The Miz and Maurice at WrestleMania 33. This is a match that had been rumored for several weeks now, but not everyone believed that WWE would go in that direction. And after SmackDown Live, I'm sure you guys are quite excited about the fucking match because it offers everything to everybody, man. You got the reality TV fans who are enjoying this because of Nikki Bella and Maurice, who are on Total Divas. And then you got John Cena, who's a fucking savage on the microphone. The Miz, who's a great fucking heel. It's going to bring a nice mix of reality television entertainment and intensity from both Miz and John Cena all together at WrestleMania. And after that fucking promo on Tuesday night, people are excited about this match when before, when it was being rumored, people were like, oh my God, John Cena deserves better than this. This is what they got rid of John Cena Undertaker match for. I think everybody after Tuesday can ultimately agree that we are now excited after 1 week of build for that match, and it's going to be intense. Now, this came out of nowhere a few weeks ago when rumors started circulating. Fans expected Cena to be involved in a high-profile singles match. Names like Samoa Joe were being tossed around, The Undertaker. You know, Cena had a big role originally planned, rumored for WrestleMania. Now, at WrestleMania 33, we all wanted Undertaker. Now, we all wanted anybody but what's happening now, considering that he had just won his 16th world title at the Royal Rumble. According to rumors, Cena was in fact scheduled for a big-time singles match at WrestleMania, but WWE seemingly changed their minds. It is circulating that Cena was supposed to face off against Samoa Joe at the big event. Joe is what they had settled on. In case you are unfamiliar with their history, Joe and Cena have known each other since the early 2000s as they both worked for Ultimate Pro Wrestling, UPW. They had a tryout match against one another for WWE during this time. Cena would get signed and go on to become a 16-time world champion for the company. Samoa Joe would go on to travel the world and find success outside of WWE. Their relationship would have provided a unique storyline for WWE to use in a feud. Joe would be bitter that he wasn't the one who got the opportunity all those years ago over Cena. WWE even posted a teaser video for this feud detailing their history back in December. And As of what we know now, the plans were scrapped and Joe ended up on Monday Night Raw, as you guys see. WWE brass changed their minds and wanted Joe on Raw and aligned him with Triple H. Interesting to see what could have been at WrestleMania for both men to where we are now. We have to assume that WWE is keeping this match and feud in their back pocket to use at a later time. If they're smart, we would see this, because that's a money fucking feud. Can you imagine the intensity between John Cena and Samoa Joe on WWE television? That would be a great fucking coup. And believe me, John Cena knows his career is winding down. John Cena knows that it's time to start putting over the younger guys. Well, Joe's not really a younger guy, but to Monday Night Raw and the WWE fans, he's a newcomer. You know, after all those years, can you imagine back when they first had their tryout match together and Cena got the one up on him? Can you imagine what Cena can do for Samoa Joe now by putting him over in a WWE ring? And imagine if Cena is a 17-time world champion and he puts Samoa Joe over and Samoa Joe wins the world championship from John Cena, whenever that comes to be in the future. That's a big fucking deal, man. I can't wait to see that match, and hopefully WWE does indeed have that in their back pocket, because I would love to see that, absolutely no question. But we don't even know what Samoa Joe is doing at WrestleMania this year. We know what John Cena's doing, but we don't know what Samoa Joe is doing at WrestleMania. Finally, guys, I'm going to just read this last piece of information here, and then we're going to get into Fastlane. WWE rumor, Kurt Angle. Kurt Angle returning to television, and this contains spoilers. Okay. Now, this is coming from PWI Insider Elite. This is a paid subscription from PW Insider. One of the biggest questions ever since he was announced for the Hall of Fame is what Kurt Angle will be doing, and will he have a role on WWE television moving forward. Kurt was announced as the headliner for the Hall of Fame class of 2017. It is still unclear if he will wrestle again for WWE, but we should be seeing a lot more of him in the near future. According to a report from Elite PW Insider, paid subscription, Kurt Angle is indeed scheduled to appear on the Monday Night Raw after WrestleMania 33 on April 3rd. There are a ton of rumors circulating right now that Angle will be replacing Mick Foley as Raw General Manager and will be on WWE TV full-time moving forward after WrestleMania. WWE's teased Foley being fired by Stephanie McMahon for the past several weeks on Raw. It is looking more and more likely that he will be removed from the general manager position very soon. Angle will be a popular replacement among WWE fans. Some will want him to be on SmackDown Live, where he was a staple for so many years, but WWE still considers Raw their A show and will want the ratings boost that will come with Kurt's return. The big question still remains if Angle will ever wrestle another match for the company. It is clear that WWE fans and Angle himself want that to happen. The person making the final decision will be Vince McMahon, so we will have to wait and see. But Vince McMahon would be foolish to not let Kurt Angle back in the ring. If he's able to pass a physical, there's no reason why Kurt Angle should not be back in the ring. He looks great. He cleaned up his life. He's eating healthy. He just had a new kid not too long ago. You know, he's still got it at 48 years old. I'm hearing that the match he had with Alberto El Patron for WCPW was fantastic. I heard Jim Ross called the match. I haven't watched the match yet, but I know Jim Ross said it was an absolute fucking classic. So if he's still able to deliver matches like that with Del Rio, why wouldn't he be able to do that on Monday Night Raw? And do you know, with Monday Night Raw having Samoa Joe and Rusev and, you know, Seth Rollins and Kevin Owens, the type of matches that we could have with Kurt Angle, just Samoa Joe alone makes people fucking, you know what? I can't wait to see that shit. Didn't Kurt Angle and Samoa Joe have some fucking classics in TNA? Don't you think that they would have classics for WWE pay-per-view? Wouldn't you want to see classics for the Monday Night Raw brand? Because they're not delivering shit right now. I would love it. And how you get Mick Foley off television? You follow the fucking idea that I just gave you. Right there. I love it. I think Kurt Angle, it was always going to be Kurt Angle, but there was always ideas of, you know, Hogan coming back and, you know, Hogan being GM possibly. People talking about his WrestleMania return because it's going to be an anniversary of, you know, him slamming Andre the Giant at WrestleMania 3. It was 30-year anniversary. It's a big fucking deal, bro. You know, it's a big fucking deal. Hogan was always, you know, a top candidate for that as well. You also had Sting. Sting isn't doing much. He would have been a nice, you know, coup for Monday Night Raw. You know, if I had my way, Eric Bischoff would be back on television GMing Monday Night Raw. But Kurt Angle, listen, Kurt Angle is missed, and he brings a level of excitement to WWE that the fans want to see. Foley is, you know, Foley's Foley. He's a legend. Not taking anything away from Mick Foley, but, you know, he is, you know, he's of the older school. You know, he's from fucking way back when. People, you know, people don't really associate with Mick Foley anymore, man. It's more like, Foley, yeah, whatever, you know. Kurt Angle, people are buzzing about Kurt Angle. Ever since the Hall of Fame announcement, they're buzzing about Kurt Angle. And Kurt Angle is still an active performer. So that lends more intrigue to anything else. He's going to manage, general manage Monday Night Raw, and he's going to be back in the ring. Hopefully. I can't wait to see it happen. And just a match with Samoa Joe this summer could be huge for WWE. One last thing here on Matt Hardy. I don't know if you guys seen Matt Hardy and Brother Nero, Jeff Hardy, the nefarious Brother Nero, are leaving TNA. If you guys missed my video, it is live on the channel right now. The huge Hardy Boys situation. Drew Galloway leaving Impact Wrestling as well. Mike Bennett left TNA as well with Maria Kanellis. This week's episode of SmackDown Live ended with Randy Orton burning the Wyatt family compound and, you know, whatever building he was in. He poured gasoline on Sister Abigail's grave. Orton would then burn down the Wyatt family compound and place a place that held the remains of Sister Abigail. It was a fantastic segment that finished SmackDown off on a very high note. Broken Matt Hardy had some comments for Bray Wyatt after SmackDown Live went off the air this week. Matt referenced a tweet that Bray sent him months ago, where Bray told him that he knew where to find the Wyatt family. And he said to Bray Wyatt, "I formally invite Meek Mahan's SmackDown Live champs, the family of Wyatts, to total nonstop deletion." Bray Wyatt says, "You know where to find us." Hardy actually responded to that tweet this past Tuesday, and he said, and I quote, "I certainly do. Champion of Meek Mahan's Blue Show. At least I can trust my brother Nero." I would love if Broken Matt comes in, man. I can't wait. This month is going to be so fucking interesting. And, I don't know, man. Any way you put him, it's going to be fucking must-see television. He's going to add so much credibility to the brand itself, to the company itself. Would he be better utilized on SmackDown Live over Monday Night Raw? Obviously. I think there's more intrigue with Broken Matt Hardy and Bray Wyatt than anything else on Monday Night Raw. You don't really have anything there that would give me that type of vibe yet, you know. But SmackDown would probably be the best home for Broken Matt Hardy. Maybe Jeff can go to Monday Night Raw. I don't know. Maybe Jeff can be Jeff. And Broken Matt just does his Broken Matt gimmick on SmackDown Live. You know? They both reap the benefits. Both brands reap the benefits. You know, SmackDown gets Matt and Raw gets Jeff. Who knows? Maybe they put Jeff back to the Enigma Jeff Hardy that made him so fucking popular. He was the most popular superstar in all of wrestling when he was about to win his first WWE Championship. And I think fans would love to see that. If they split the Hardys up and have them do their own thing separately, you have the riches that are the Hardy Boys spread across both brands. I think that's the best way to go about it. I don't know what you guys think, but let me know down in the comments section of this video. And now we're going to talk about Fastlane. I wanted to get those news stories out. I said I wasn't going to have news. Of course I have news, man. It's off the script. But we're going to go over everything that is Fastlane. I'm going to go over who I think is going to win. I'm going to go over, you know, what I think is going to happen, what I think should happen. And we're going to talk everything Fastlane. So stay with me. We're going to be right back with this, and let's get into it. I want you guys to think back to the end of 2016. I want you guys to think back to what SmackDown did at TLC and what happened after TLC. They had no other brand exclusive pay-per-view to build towards, and the next show that the WWE was putting on collectively was the Royal Rumble. There was no brand exclusive pay-per-view for SmackDown. That was it. That was it. Monday Night Raw had Roadblock, end of the line. And then they had the 4 weeks to go for the Royal Rumble. Meanwhile, SmackDown had all that time to fill at the end of December. And they had no pay-per-view. None. Up until the Royal Rumble. I want you guys to think now about Fastlane. I want you guys to think about the build that we've seen for Fastlane. I want you guys to think how thick-headed, how illogical, how stupid WWE is, that they feel the need to put on a pay-per-view that has absolutely no momentum for it at all, coming off what we've seen on television, outside of a few spots here and there, outside of a few, Strowman spots and Samoa Joe. Nothing. Nothing. Kevin Owens turning on Chris Jericho, Oldberg. There's nothing exciting there. Everything's like, okay, I expected that to happen. Or, okay, I'm not excited about this, but I'm going to watch it anyway because I want to see what happens on the road to WrestleMania. Fastlane is unnecessary. I don't want to be in the fast lane. I don't want to be in any lane that WWE is in. Especially with Monday Night Raw. I don't want to be anywhere near Monday Night Raw. Because Monday Night Raw is a fucking drunk driver who's speeding down the fucking highway, who's going to cause a fucking accident because he's a fucking asshole. He's doing, obviously, something that is wrong, yet he's speeding anyway with not a fucking care in the world about anybody else. That is Monday Night Raw. Monday Night Raw is the drunk driver that you see at 3 o'clock in the morning on the fucking highway. He thinks there's nobody on the road, and boom, he either crashes into another fucking human being, killing them, and survives, or kills himself by crashing into a fucking tree. That's Monday Night Raw. That's the best way for me to put it. That is Monday Night Raw. I don't want to be in the fast lane. I don't want to be in any lane. Fast lane doesn't even need to be on the pay-per-view calendar. Now, look at what SmackDown did in that little gap at the end of December. They had all that time for the Royal Rumble. They had that one show. They had that one SmackDown show that was pay-per-view worthy. That was a great fucking SmackDown. That might have been the best television show that both Raw and SmackDown has put on in 2016. That one SmackDown. I'm talking about out of Raw and SmackDown shows. That show was fucking great. Now, why can't WWE do that for Monday Night Raw? Why does that make so much sense for SmackDown to do, but it doesn't make sense for Monday Night Raw to do? It's like SmackDown, again, I go back to the same thing because it's so blatant, right in your face. SmackDown is giving Raw the cheat notes. Instead of cheating on the Chinese kids test, Raw is looking, you got the right answers, man. If I cheat off this guy, I'm going to get a straight A. But no, they're looking over here, and they're looking over on this guy's test. And you know what this guy looks like? He's in the back of the class. He's fucking chewing a pencil, because pencils are made of wood. This pencil tastes good. Teacher, I have no eraser, man. But I wish I could erase Finn Balor and put Roman Reigns in the main event. That is Monday Night Raw. That is Monday Night Raw. Why can't Monday Night Raw cheat off of SmackDown? Why can't they give us a Monday Night Raw? Because God only fucking knows we deserve it. A Monday Night Raw that is pay-per-view worthy. I mean, pay-per-views are 3 hours. Raws are 3 hours. What are you doing on Monday Night Raw that's so fucking exhilarating, that's so can't miss? What do you got? The New Day fucking throwing cereal on children? Huh? Filled with all your fucking chemicals and your sugar, right? What are you doing? What do you got? Hard Body Mahal? Handsome Rusev? Are you fucking kidding me? Monday Night Raw should be what Fastlane is what I'm trying to tell you. Out of all the fucking done jokes and making fun of fucking Hard Body Mahal, what hard body? He attained his body in 1 week. What the fuck are you talking about? Guy walked into a fucking cryogen lab and fucking came out a new man. He was like a fucking human science experiment, this guy. Walked into a science lab, give me your best chemical. Comes out, he looks like fucking, he looks like, Lou Ferrigno and the fucking Incredible Hulk. What the fuck's going on over here? Fastlane, and everything that's happening at Fastlane should be happening on Monday Night Raw. We should be seeing Goldberg versus Owens on Monday Night Raw. We should be seeing Samoa Joe versus Sami Zayn on Monday Night Raw. We should be seeing the Cruiserweight Championship defended in a nice 15-minute match on Monday Night Raw. I mean, why are we seeing Bayley versus Charlotte again? Why? Nia versus Sasha again? Why? Enzo and Cass versus Gallows and Anderson again? Why? Who cares? Who cares about any of this shit? What else is happening on the show? What else is happening on this show? Roman versus Braun, right? And that's it. That is it. That's your Neville versus Gallagher. That's it. That is your Fastlane card. Why can't they do what SmackDown did? I don't understand it. You could eliminate the Sasha versus Nia match. You could give us Zayn, Joe, Bayley, Charlotte, tag team titles, cruiserweight titles, Roman versus Braun, Kevin Owens versus... Can you imagine if that was a Monday Night Raw? I mean, that would be fantastic. But I don't understand the logic that Fastlane needs to be in the middle of WrestleMania. Who gives a shit about Fastlane? When Monday Night Raw is suffering and failing every single fucking week, why can't you give me a Monday Night Raw worth something on the road to WrestleMania? Because you know after this, they might be in Chicago on Monday. That doesn't mean they're putting on a good show. You know? Last time when they were in Chicago, they put the fucking Chicago crowd to sleep, believe it or not. What I'm telling you is Fastlane doesn't need to happen. They should have put more of an emphasis on Monday Night Raw. They should have put more of an emphasis on their A show and building up Raw, providing quality, intriguing television with storylines that continued on Raw instead of giving us another fucking pay-per-view. Not needed. I should not be doing a Fastlane preview and predictions. I should be having a regular off-the-script episode. Nothing on this show is going to make you say, you know what? I have to watch this show. You, me, and everybody else who's watched the product weekly is watching this show merely out of habit. That's it. There's nothing on this show outside of Samoa Joe versus Sami Zayn that I even give a fuck about. Everything is either too predictable. Anything here is either going to be, going to fucking be something that pisses me off. It's going to end in a fuck finish. You got Kevin Owens who's coming out. After 7 months, we finally seen the real Kevin Owens, and he's dropping the title to a fucking part-timer in Oldberg. Come on, bro. But whatever. I mean, I could rant, rave, bitch, moan, complain all I want till I'm fucking pink in the face. Doesn't fucking matter. How I would do it compared to what WWE is doing, it means nothing. I'm explaining it to you how I would do it, and I'm explaining to you what makes the most sense out of anything, but this is what we're stuck with. We're stuck with Fastlane. And I'll tell you what, we're all doing fucking 15 miles an hour in the 50 because we don't give a shit. We're going to take our time. Monday Night Raw, they're doing fucking 125 miles an hour, and they're going to crash into that fucking tree, driving drunk, because they don't give a fuck. They don't care at all. Rich Swann and Akira Tozawa versus Brian Kendrick and Noam Dar with Alicia Fox. This match is taking place on the pre-show. Probably will not be watching the pre-show, because who does? Honestly, who does? Akira Tozawa has been featured lately. Fine. He's the new flavor of the month, I guess. They're trying to feature everybody on the Cruiserweight division, but the only one that's been consistent is Neville. And Neville is head and shoulders, leagues beyond anything anybody else is doing in the Cruiserweight division. It's a fucking failure. The Cruiserweight division is a fucking failure. All because you didn't give these guys the time of day. All because you handcuffed these guys coming out of the Cruiserweight Classic. This thing was fucked from the beginning. 205 Live was a nice little treat for everybody. It seems to be getting better. It seems to be its own entity. But when they're on Monday Night Raw, it's like they're on 205 Live. They get to do a little bit of what they need to do. But when they're on Monday Night Raw, it's like they're walking into fucking Alcatraz. It's like they're walking into fucking prison. You put shackles and fucking chains on these guys, and you put them out there for 2 minutes, and you expect them to get over with the fucking fans. I don't even fucking care anymore. It's like, whatever. What should have been a shot of adrenaline for this show to open the show every fucking week, or open up the 9 o'clock hour, whatever. They don't do it. They don't do it. But Rich Swann coming back from injury. Akira Tozawa is the new flavor of the month versus Brian Kendrick and Noam Dar. Who do I think is going to win? I'm going with Akira Tozawa and Rich Swann. Rich Swann's returning. Akira Tozawa seems to be a big favorite right now, currently for the Cruiserweights. I think he's going to win. I think they're going to win. They're going to beat Kendrick and Noam Dar. What does it mean? It means nothing. Sami Zayn versus Samoa Joe. 1-on-1. The history that these two guys have clearly will prove that this will be the match of the night. No question. No question. This was supposed to be Seth Rollins. Sami Zayn is filling in for Seth Rollins. Clearly, Rollins aggravated his MCL. Again, he is out, teasing that he won't be at WrestleMania, though he will be at WrestleMania because if you are coming on Monday Night Raw and Raw is dedicating all that time to Seth Rollins for nothing, he's going to be at WrestleMania. Trust me. If you are saying that the doctors aren't going to clear you for WrestleMania and you're mentioning, I don't know, I'm going to be at WrestleMania, you're going to be at WrestleMania. WWE's not going to dedicate all that fucking time for you to not be at WrestleMania. Give me a break. Okay? Sami Zayn and Samoa Joe have a rich history in NXT. Joe is the destroyer. He is Triple H's heavy. Sami Zayn was thrusted into this because of Rollins' injury. They've been the best part of the show for the last couple of weeks. And Sami Zayn right now, you know, I wish he was in a better position, but I'm going to be perfectly honest with you. I'm okay with him being in this position. Sami Zayn is right where he needs to be. The underdog babyface who's got to scratch and claw his way to a win. It works for him. Hopefully it gets him to a point where they can build that around him and even build a bigger story for him. But Sami Zayn versus Samoa Joe right now, probably the most intriguing match on Fastlane. It's going to go to Samoa Joe. There's no reason at all to think why Samoa Joe is going to lose this match. At all. Samoa Joe is going to dominate. Samoa Joe is going to play up to Sami Zayn's scratching and clawing and fighting back and that underdog mentality. All for nothing in the end when Samoa Joe delivers either a Uranagi. I doubt we see the muscle buster, or we'll see the Coquina Clutch. Oh, not the Coquina Clutch. Whatever. You're going to choke him out. But whatever the case may be, Sami Zayn is going to lose. Okay? Sami Zayn's going to lose this match. Absolutely no question. Going to be the match of the night. Sasha Banks versus Nia Jax. Does anybody care? Does anybody truly care about this match again? Why would you think Sasha Banks is going to win this match, period? After what they've shown with Nia Jax, she's been on television more and more, and WWE is building her up as a dominating female in the women's division, if you want to call it that. She got a pin over Bayley on Monday Night Raw by dropping a big leg, you know. Listen, Sasha Banks is turning heel. It's inevitable. She has to turn heel. Whether it's jealousy over Bayley's championship reign, whether it's just frustration that she can't get a win anymore and that she's fallen down the ladder of the WWE women's division, whatever the case may be, Sasha Banks needs to turn heel. And I proposed that Sasha Banks turn heel on Bayley here during this show, which causes Charlotte to win the title back. Now, I don't want to see that, but if it's for the sake of storyline, I'm for it. I don't see Sasha winning this match at all. Nia is going to get another win here, and they're going to make a case for Nia getting a championship match. She pinned Bayley. She beat Sasha on more than one occasion. All that's left for her is Charlotte. So Nia's win over Sasha is going to lead to the building of a fatal four-way between the entire division. Charlotte, Bayley, Sasha, and Nia Jax at WrestleMania. It's coming. Nia's going to win with a big leg drop, and she's going to beat Sasha Banks again. Simple as that. Bayley versus Charlotte for the Raw Women's Championship. Now, I know a lot of people are not into this feud whatsoever. It is very difficult to get behind either woman because Bayley, listen, Bayley was a different monster in NXT. People appreciated what she was. She was the girl next door. She was the one who wanted to fucking have fun. And she was one who was always positive and wants to hug everybody in the WWE universe. When you're watching Bayley on the main roster, if you're not familiar with her body of work in NXT and you see her wanting to fucking hug everybody and you see her acting like a little fucking kid and she comes off as a fucking 6-year-old child, clearly that's not going to resonate with some of the WWE fans, especially if you're a guy my age or if you're a guy even older than me. You're going to be like, what the fuck is this shit? What am I watching here? I know WWE's for kids, but give me a fucking break. This is nauseating. Bayley has not connected with the WWE audience, and that is a clear fact. On top of that, WWE already built her up as, you know what, I've, watched WWE all my life, and I've dreamed of being a WWE superstar, and I dreamed of being at Wrestlemania, and I dreamed of winning championships. But WWE already ruined that story and gave her a championship victory and a title reign on a random edition of Monday Night Raw. So they used the, oh my god, I dreamt of this ever since I was a little child card. And they delivered that already. So what else is there for Bayley to achieve? What else is there for Bayley to achieve? What else is there for us to get behind her for? There's nothing. There's absolutely nothing. Charlotte has no fucking competition. Absolutely no competition. And we're sick of Charlotte being shoved down our throats. Now, I understand where WWE's coming from about her streak. Her undefeated pay-per-view streak. She's the queen of pay-per-view. I understand it. But there's a give and take type mentality here. You know? You give back to the talent that beats Charlotte. Eventually, when it happens, it's going to make them a big deal. They're the first one to beat Charlotte. They broke the streak. Fine. I understand that. You give to a talent, and you give that talent the rub. You take from the entire division when you have Charlotte undefeated at pay-per-view because she is now 5-time women's champion. Realistically, she should only be 2. At most. At most 2. She's 5. Or going to be 5. Do I think Charlotte wins the title? The way WWE's track record has shown? Yes. I think Charlotte's going to win the title. But then again, why would you give her the title only for her to drop it at WrestleMania? Which makes the idea of Bayley winning the championship on Monday Night Raw illogical. It makes no fucking sense. It makes no fucking sense at all. Now, if you want to turn Sasha heel here, out of frustration that she couldn't beat Nia, and the fact that Bayley is succeeding more than Sasha did against Charlotte, fine, do it. Pull the trigger. Have Sasha interfere and cost Bayley the championship. Charlotte is a 5-time women's champion. Then what you do is you resurrect this entire division. You have Sasha win the championship at WrestleMania. And then you have Sasha go into the summer months as women's champion. You give her, finally, a run as champion. And then you get to SummerSlam where Bayley can now hit the reset button and you build her up as a fucking underdog. She's always undermined by the boss. She's always cut down by the boss. Sasha just fucking rips into her about being a fucking child and you sicken me. You know, this is the land of fucking giants, and you're over here fucking acting as if you're playing with Barbie dolls. This isn't all fucking rainbows and sunflowers, honey. This is the Monday Night Raw Women's Division. I'm going back down to my roots. What you've seen in NXT is the Sasha Banks everybody should have seen from the beginning. And you just cut into Bayley. You lead up to Brooklyn. Sasha versus Bayley in a rematch from their first match at TakeOver Brooklyn 1. Where you have Bayley win the championship. Deja vu all over again. Now, I wouldn't have had Bayley win any championship. That would have been her first championship at SummerSlam. And all the culmination of, oh my God, I dreamt of this of a little ever since I was a little child, and I've wanted this all my life, would come true. Then, you know, you got to remain patient. It's not happening at WrestleMania. What's the next biggest event? SummerSlam. SummerSlam has a rich history between Sasha and Bayley. You do it there. I don't get why WWE, this just went right over their head. You know? But Charlotte, I'm assuming, if they don't want to give her a championship, they don't want to give her a 5th title reign, Charlotte can win by DQ. Something could happen. Maybe a fuck finish of sorts. Maybe Sasha interferes. Dana Brooke interferes. Nia Jax interferes. Something. Where Charlotte is not losing at pay-per-view. Charlotte is winning either way. Charlotte is winning either way. She's either winning the championship or she's winning by disqualification. I do not see a no contest. I do not see a no contest at all. But honestly, Bayley should have never even come close to winning a women's championship yet. And that's why WWE is illogical. They don't have patience. Charlotte will either win by DQ or she will be a 5-time women's champion. What do I think is going to happen? Like I said, given WWE's track record, I see her winning the championship on Sunday. Luke Gallows and Carl Anderson versus Enzo and Big Cass. How the mighty have fallen. And you could say that about these two teams. Enzo and Big Cass are absolute fucking jokes. Jokes. I was thrilled when they made their main roster debut. Thrilled. Because they were a great tag team in NXT. They played off the strength of Big Cass being a big man, and Enzo held up his end of the deal about being his smaller tag team partner. They had the shtick, they had the mic skills, they had the intensity. They made them an all-around great tag team. Matches with American Alpha and the Revival. Great fucking matches. Ever since they made their main roster debut, they have slowly deteriorated into nothing but a comedy act. I don't know what WWE is planning for Enzo and Cass, but what we've seen on Monday Night Raw, it looks like Big Cass is getting frustrated with Enzo's clown-like behavior. No reason why this guy has to be obnoxious as he is on Monday Night Raw. I mean, Sheamus kicked this guy's fucking teeth down his throat a couple of weeks ago to the chance of thank you, Sheamus. Kind of surprising there for a fan favorite like Enzo Amore, who comes out and just, you know, has all his entrants just light up the crowd. Really shocking. Now, I don't know what they're doing with these guys. Maybe, hopefully, WWE is doing this on purpose. And Enzo is a little bit too fun-loving and he's a little bit too out there. And the storyline there is not really a breakup or a tease of a breakup, but Big Cass getting frustrated and them having to get back on the same page. Where was this team down in NXT? We got to get back to that team. And maybe Big Cass's frustration will rub off on Enzo Amore and they will become a little bit more serious and kind of shed the jokes and kind of, you know, put the jokes by the wayside for a little bit as we go into WrestleMania. That's what I'm hoping. Luke Gallows and Carl Anderson, a pity case for WWE. They're a charity case for WWE Raw. Their division sucks, and New Day isn't doing shit. They're throwing fucking cereal on children. 490-day tag team champions delegated to throwing cereal on fucking children during their entrance on Monday Night Raw and coming up with fucking ice cream recipes that include unicorn hair. Yeah, great job, WWE. The New Day are nothing but a fucking circus act. They sicken me. They are not funny. They were funny. They were once the most entertaining thing about Monday Night Raw. Not anymore. They're nothing but fucking comedy bullshit. And they're not funny, they're not entertaining, and I just don't care. You know? Gallows and Anderson should have won Tag Team Gold once they arrived on Monday Night Raw. They didn't see that these guys were worth anything. Job to Roman Reigns, losing to fucking New Day. You know? How can you take these guys seriously? Why would you take these guys seriously now after fucking months of being buried? Even now they're getting buried. Willingly challenging Roman Reigns to 2-on-1, and Roman Reigns is beating your tag team champion. The tag team championships on Monday Night Raw mean absolutely fucking garbage. The fucking gum that I stepped on today while walking back from my fucking job to my car is worth more than the Monday Night Raw Tag Team Championships. Awful. Why would we care about Luke Gallows and Carl Anderson after you treat them like shit? This match has no emotion. If this match is built off nothing, you know, at least back in the day we had, oh, these teams are fighting over the prestigious tag team championships. We can't even say that anymore. What are these teams fighting over? Nothing. They're fighting over chewed bubblegum stuck to the bottom of your shoe. Awful. Absolutely fucking awful. So, Luke Gallows and Carl Anderson versus Enzo Amore and Big Cass. Who wins? Luke Gallows and Carl Anderson are going to win. Why would you take the belts off of these guys after they just won it at the Royal Rumble? Why? It makes no fucking sense. They're going to hold this. They're going to hold these belts till WrestleMania, and Enzo and Cass will probably win it then on the pre-show. That's their WrestleMania moment. They should have won the titles against the New Day when they had them. Demolition's record should still be intact. Luke Gallows and Carl Anderson should have won the belts before Enzo and Cass. That should have been your SummerSlam. This should have been your SummerSlam match. But no, they didn't do that. Luke Gallows and Carl Anderson win. They retain over Enzo and Big Cass. And hopefully this loss will bring Enzo to be a little bit more intense and a little bit more serious. And I'm going back to Samoa Joe. Yes, it was the Coquina clutch. I'm thinking the fucking Koji clutch. It's Sami Zayn. They sound so similar. So pardon me if you're fucking typing away in the comments. Oh, look at JD. He doesn't know Samoa Joe's movement. Yes, I do. They just sound very similar. Koji clutch, Coquina clutch, whatever the fuck. The JD clutch. I gave your fucking mother the clutch last night with my fucking cock. Okay? Anyway, moving on. Neville versus Jack Gallagher. Gentleman Jack, which should be a copyright infringement, being that Gentleman Jack is Jack Daniels. It's not Jack Gallagher. I like Jack Gallagher. I liked him from the Cruiserweight Classic. I think he offers something different in terms of what we see on WWE television week in and week out. He has a likable personality and a likable gimmick. He is different from everything else in that division. And I think this is going to be a fun match. Neville is doing the best work of his WWE career, easily. This heel run has been a renaissance of sort for Neville. It's breathed new life into Neville. He looks great. He sounds fantastic. He's playing the part great. But I can't see them taking the title off Neville. There's nobody in this division at all even close to this guy's level. Not even close. Neville retains easily at Fastlane as he defeats Jack Gallagher. Maybe with that Rings of Saturn submission move that he's been doing. I'm guessing that's his new finisher. We really haven't seen him finish anybody off with the Red Arrow. It's too babyface-like of a move. But Jack Gallagher's going to put up a good fight. It's going to be a fun match. Hopefully the crowd thinks so as well. Neville will retain the Cruiserweight Championship. And the two big matches, man. To be perfectly honest with you, as we get into this final stretch of Off the Script Part 1. I could honestly see Roman Reigns versus Braun Strowman ending the match, or ending the show. I could honestly see Roman Reigns versus Braun Strowman ending the show. Because WWE has ended Monday Night Raw on several occasions with Roman Reigns and Braun Strowman. They have positioned Kevin Owens and the Universal Championship to be less important than a lot of things during the last 8 months. Goldberg doesn't necessarily need to be the main event because he's Goldberg and he's a part-timer. You know how WWE loves their Roman Reigns, right? Now, it depends on what happens in this match. It depends on what happens with Roman Reigns and Braun Strowman. If we see The Undertaker, I could see this match closing the show. Because we could see The Undertaker interfere in this match, and that would be a great go-home. You know what? Good night. Undertaker standing above Roman Reigns and Braun Strowman as he lays them both out. You know, especially Roman Reigns. He's looking down at Roman as the show goes off the air because he eliminated him from the Royal Rumble, did Roman. I could see that. If we do not see The Undertaker, Owens versus Goldberg goes on last. Just want to throw that out there. But as far as Roman Reigns versus Braun Strowman, this is going to be a fun match. I think these guys, You know, outside of Joe and Zayn, I'm going to be brutally honest with you. I really am. Outside of Zayn versus Samoa Joe, this could be the match of the night. And Reigns is not bad. Reigns has had good matches. He's had match of the year candidates. Now, obviously, that depended on who he worked with, but Roman Reigns held up his end of the deal. He's not a fucking miserable wrestler like everybody claims him to be. But this match with Braun Strowman, I think, is going to be a fun fucking match. If they allow these guys to fucking really brutalize each other like the story has shown us, Roman Reigns is going to be out for revenge. He's going to be furious. He's going to be brutal and calculating in his attack. Braun Strowman has been the best thing that Monday Night Raw has done with the brand split. They've created one new star, and that is Braun Strowman. Everything else has been a complete fucking disaster for Monday Night Raw. Braun Strowman, clearly, to me, he's not ready yet. He's not ready for that big spot yet. Come to me at the end of 2017, I might tell you a different story. Braun Strowman versus Roman Reigns has the makings of a big-time match. It's a big-time feel. It's going to be a fucking brawl. You can't have Roman win clean, okay? Braun Strowman is not being pinned here. I don't give a fuck how many Superman punches he takes. I don't give a shit how many spears he takes. Braun Strowman is not being pinned clean. You're not wasting 7 months of building Braun Strowman up the way you did to feed him to Roman Reigns at a B-level pay-per-view. It's not going to happen. You're going to take what you did with Strowman, you're going to mold that into a Universal Champion, and then you're going to have him lose the championship and pass that aura on to somebody else. Roman Reigns is not beating Braun Strowman clean. Braun Strowman is not pinning Roman Reigns clean. Either this match ends in a no contest, thanks to The Undertaker, or Roman Reigns wins by disqualification because The Undertaker interfered. Undertaker might do one of the magic acts and just show up in the fucking middle of the ring, lights go out, standing there. I can envision something like this. Listen to this. Braun Strowman's on the brink and fucking, he's, floundering after a fucking, trifecta of Superman punches. And Roman Reigns is doing his fucking primal yell. He's getting ready to do the spear. Lights go out. Lights go out. Strowman, not even in the ring anymore. Lights come on. Roman Reigns is doing his thing. Undertaker standing there. And he's staring down Roman Reigns as he's getting ready to do a spear on who he thought was Braun Strowman. Roman Reigns charges at The Undertaker with the spear. He gets big booted. Choke slam right in the middle of the ring. Disqualification. Roman Reigns wins by DQ. Strowman looks strong during the match. Strowman is not pinned clean, but he loses by DQ. That's fine, as long as he's not pinned clean. You got Braun looking strong. You got Roman looking strong. You set up the Undertaker feud. You move on the next night to Monday Night Raw. Simple as that. Simple booking. That's what I perceive to happen. That's what I foresee to happen. Undertaker will get involved at Fastlane. I don't see how this match ends without the Undertaker. You're not going to give this in. You're not going to put these guys in a main event or a co-main event and have it end in a no contest. These guys are not going to knock themselves out. These guys are not going to make the fucking 10 count. Both guys are not going to just fucking lay on the ground and referee's going to count the 10, double count out or no count. It's not going to happen. You don't want to see that. You're going to send the fucking fans home unhappy. You're going to piss them off. Undertaker's going to be there. This is the road to WrestleMania. Unlikely things will happen. Unpredictable things will happen. Undertaker will be there. He will get involved. He will set up the thing with Roman Reigns for WrestleMania. And he will have Reigns chokeslammed in the middle of the ring. If not, add a tombstone for his fucking liking. I'd love to see it. Braun Strowman is not going to be pinned clean. Both men will be looking strong. That's what's been discussed and rumored. How can they make both men look strong? Undertaker is going to be that catalyst. And Roman Reigns will win by DQ, is what I am predicting. And finally, guys, hopefully, the main event. If not, it's going to be Reigns versus Strowman. Universal Championship. Kevin Owens versus Bill Goldberg. This match was made because Chris Jericho accepted on behalf of Kevin Owens challenge against Goldberg. Okay. Now, clearly, everybody going into this is thinking, you know what, Kevin Owens is going to lose. Kevin Owens is going to be fucking destroyed. His title run's going to be over. Goldberg is going to be Universal Champion in 60 seconds. And he's going on to WrestleMania to defend the title against Brock Lesnar. Brock Lesnar will not be interfering in this match. Brock Lesnar will not even be at Fastlane. There's no reason for him to be. Why would you interfere if you're Brock Lesnar? You're going to allow Bill Goldberg, because if Lesnar is there, why would he interfere in this? It makes no sense. Goldberg beat him in 90 seconds, 60 seconds, whatever, right? So if he did that to Lesnar, Lesnar's thinking is, if he did that to me, what is he going to do to Kevin Owens? It's going to fucking destroy him. Have him win the title. I'm gonna get a free title match out of this. What should have been a grudge match and a revenge match now turned into a revenge grudge title match. Why would you interfere and fuck Goldberg over out of losing the championship match? Why? It makes no sense if you're Brock Lesnar. Now, everybody is foreseeing Goldberg's going to win the title. But how? How is Goldberg going to win the title? I do not see this match going the same way that Brock Lesnar did at Survivor Series. I see this going much longer. I do not see it going 10 minutes plus. 10 minutes is the max. You got either two endings here. You got two possible endings here. You got Kevin Owens, running out the clock and, trying to have Goldberg chase him around and, wearing Goldberg down. With the more time goes on, the stronger Kevin Owens becomes and the weaker Bill Goldberg becomes. I could see something like that happening. Kevin Owens being a coward. Kevin Owens playing to the strengths of what Bill Goldberg is in the ring. Quick, to the point, fast. If he prolongs the match and lets the match drag on, Goldberg will be at a huge disadvantage. I could see that. And then eventually Jericho getting fed up enough to the point where his music goes off and he gets distracted. Goldberg turns around, or he turns around to a Goldberg spear, jackhammer, it's over. I could see something like that happening. If I was booking this, I would have Kevin Owens wear that fucking steel plate that Bret Hart did on Monday Nitro to counter Bill Goldberg and the threat that is Bill Goldberg. One spear to the chest knocks Kevin Owens out, but also knocks Bill Goldberg out, and we get some type of Canadian, same mentality there with the steel plate around his chest, knocking Bill Goldberg out. Bret Hart did it. Why not his fellow Canadian Kevin Owens doing it? Or Kevin Owens, you know how WWE loves to introduce the fucking champions first. Or Kevin Owens can come out during his ring entrance and get jumped by Jericho to the point where Jericho gets every fucking piece of revenge on Kevin Owens, destroys him in the aisleway, and Goldberg comes out, makes his introduction, spear, jackhammer, 1, 2, 3. Kevin Owens didn't even stand a chance. And you can play it off that, listen, Owens was fucking brutally jumped during his entrance in the aisleway, and he fucked over his match with Bill Goldberg. Either way, Goldberg's going to win the world title. Those are my three scenarios. But do I see Goldberg winning the championship? Yes. There's no way. There's no way Goldberg is walking into Fastlane and not walking out with the championship. He's going to win the championship. Lesnar versus Goldberg will main event WrestleMania for the Universal Championship. What happens after that? What do you do? Clearly, Goldberg's going into WrestleMania defending the championship. Lesnar is going to win. Lesnar is going to win the Universal Championship. He's going to hold the championship. Everybody's going to bitch and moan and pout and scream and fucking complain. Another part-time with the Universal Championship. What else has the Universal Championship done for anybody? Nothing. Has Kevin Owens done anything to the Universal Championship as a full-timer? No. So why not give it to a part-timer? Why not enhance the Universal Championship with someone with the prestige of Goldberg? Or with the prestige of Brock Lesnar? Lesnar holding the Universal Championship captive for the summer months is not going to do anything. Because the title means nothing to begin with. You bring it to SummerSlam. You have Samoa Joe positioned. Okay? This is what I'd do. Samoa Joe positioned as a fucking destroyer. You have him and Brock Lesnar in the main event of SummerSlam in one of the most legit fights we've ever seen in WWE. Samoa Joe goes over Brock Lesnar, wins the Universal Championship. Finn Balor as a babyface is waiting in the wings. Listen, bro, I never got my championship match. And you build month after month after month of Joe and Balor. And Joe walks into the WrestleMania 34 event, Universal Champion, and he defends against Finn Balor. Balor finally gets his title back next year's WrestleMania. That is all she wrote. Simple storytelling. You book and you book storyline that's intriguing, and you make it interesting, and you have a long, drawn-out program that's going to conclude at the biggest event of the year with the babyface going over in the main event. Simple. And along the way, we get Braun Strowman versus Joe, and maybe Strowman versus Lesnar, and Samoa Joe versus Lesnar, and Joe beats Lesnar for the title. It works. I like it. It makes sense. Goldberg is going to win the Universal Championship. Either one of those scenarios I could see happening, but the match will certainly last longer than it did at Survivor Series. That is your Fastlane preview and predictions. I will have the official review after the show goes up the air on Sunday. Stick it right here on the channel. Thank you guys so much for everything today for Off the Script. If you made it this far in the video, we used Goon for the first half of the video. Hashtag Goon. If you made it this far, hashtag Reigns sucks. There you go. Thank you guys so much. Hope you enjoyed this video, man. We had a great first half with the subscriber stories and my personal stories and just me talking to you guys, the Loot Crate unboxing. A lot of stuff, man, plus an hour of wrestling talk, news, and Fastlane preview and predictions. Hope you guys enjoyed it. If you did, hit that thumbs up, share the video, follow me on Twitter, @JD from NY206. Subscribe to the YouTube channel. Check out everything. Patreon, Barbershop Window. Make sure you guys check out the Loot Crate link. Audible. Eventbrite for the internet darlings. It's all down there, man. Check it out. And if you missed anything that I did previously this week, Resident Evil 7, NXT, SmackDown, Monday Night Raw. It is all there. And make sure you guys support House of Glory. HOGWrestling.net. Everything you need for House of Glory is there. Instagram, Facebook, YouTube, Twitter. It is all there, man. Thank you guys so much. Like I said, hit that thumbs up as hard as you fucking can. And I'll be right back here on Saturday morning with more Off the Script for part 2. I'm JD, and I'll talk to you guys later.